Hello. Good morning. Errol, hello. Congrats on getting first time. Hi. Hi, guys. You guys are listening to the same line over and over and over again. One day you'll get tired of the song. The Ark Yap Day. Yeah, today's the Ark Yap Day. I've messed up my schedule. Today was not supposed to be Ark Yap Day. Actually, yesterday was supposed to be an Ark Yap Day. I looked at my schedule and I'm like, wait, hold on. If we do this, then we're gonna have 3 days of Yap. Congrats on getting, oh my goodness, 50 stream streak. I'm still setting things up, by the way. So you guys are gonna hear my voice for a while longer. Today's a coffee day. Today's a peppermint mocha coffee day. Today is a special treat for myself. It's actually not mocha. It's like mocha infused coffee, which is a little bit different. I want to try something really interesting. You guys are gonna have to wait a while though. That's fine. This entire stream is usually just waiting. You guys are just sitting there. You guys are probably doing stuff, right? While listening to me, right? You guys aren't like having your eyes peeled to my stream the entire time, right? Where is it? I have found it. I just gotta find exactly where it is. Like, do I even know what it's called? No. I'm probably making so much sense right now. What the hell is Ark talking about? Oh. I figured it out. This should be on the other side. There we go. Hi, guys. Oh. Every day is coffee day to you. No, not yesterday. Not the day before. Not the day before that. It's only, it's been like 2 days. It's been 2 days since I've had coffee. The past 2 days I've had tea. Because I was feeling like shit. So I was like, I need something with a little bit, a change of environment. I gotta feel something different because coffee makes me alert, but it doesn't de-stress me. Withered Silver, hello, welcome in. But tea de-stresses me. Tea with honey. I was like, I need just a little tiny bit of sugar. You might want to call a plumber, right? Everything's flooded. What's going on here? What is going on here? You guys don't have music either. This sucks. Here. This is not the music I want, but it's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. I know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys a completely new album. We are gonna... I'm gonna give you guys this one. There we go. And everything matches just a little bit more. Good morning, Bay. Why is the classroom flooded? Why not? This is kind of like a ruined classroom. I'm a little bit too old for a classroom, but there's nobody here at the school. There's gonna be my own secret base. Like, when in Pokemon, did you guys ever play Ruby Sapphire? It's probably my favorite Pokemon game because they introduced secret bases. And if you guys don't know what that is, secret bases is like this one feature that allows you to open up a hole in a tree or in a cave or in the wall or somewhere, and you get to decorate it. Yeah, it's like your HQ. You get to decorate it. You get to put your own PC in there. You get to put your plushies in there. You get to put random furniture in there. It's great. And then after that game, they're like, yeah, we're never gonna bring it back. And I was super sad. They did bring it back. Actually, they did bring it back eventually in Brilliant Diamond Pearl, like the remake of it. But I'm like, guys, come on, it's a remake. We could have gotten something way better than this. But, it is what it is. That's just a Game Freak thing. Game Freak is always like, yeah, we're gonna give you something super cool and then we're gonna take it away right after. This is fine. You guys are just gonna have to get used to it. I don't like this one. Okay. Hi, Merc. Happy planetary rotation stage. I still don't know what that means. Every time I see it. Anthem, hello. I drank 4 cups of green tea yesterday. Also, hi. 4 cups? Green tea is not bad. Green tea doesn't... Wait, does green tea have enough? It doesn't have that much caffeine in comparison to black teas or coffee. That's something I would do. I actually didn't drink 4 cups of green tea. I wasn't like you, but I drank 1 type of tea in the morning, and then I drank another type of tea in the afternoon, and then I drank another type of tea in the evening. So it was 3 cups, different teas. But it could be 4 cups because I made a pitcher at the end of the day, right before I went to bed. 4 cups of sugar each. 4 cubes of sugar each. Whoa, wait, that's a lot. That's a lot of sugar. Never mind. That's not great for you. Guys, remember, too much sugar is bad. Too much sugar is bad for you. Hi, Rem. I have to say hi to everyone. I have to say hi to everyone before we start. What is Monster Ultra? Is that like a monster with a lot of caffeine in it? Hello, soy boy. I forgot who I said hi to. Never mind. We can't keep doing this. I have to keep scrolling up. You, the real tea. What does that mean? Am I a drama starter? Is that the... Do you call people like teas? Do you call people tea leaves if they are drama starters because they always have tea? Wait, that wouldn't be drama starters. That would just be like a gossip girl or a gossip guy, a gossip dude. You are a tea leaf. Yes, Granny Art. That's right. Keep calling me Granny. Hi, Zem. Welcome in. Yesterday, I felt super old because by 10 p.m. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I am so tired. I was, I don't know if you guys ever feel this before, but you just sit in a chair, you stare at a screen, and then nothing happens. Like literally nothing happens. The screen moves, but your brain doesn't. Usually in a normal situation, the screen would be moving, your hands would be moving, your brain would be moving. But in my case, it was just the screen moving and I was going, like I felt like a zombie. I was just staring into space. I was just staring into space, not doing anything. I was like, I think it is time for me to go to bed because I cannot make any more decisions today. There's no more. Yeah, that was literally me. That emote. That was me. I did get some work done. Yes, I was going through phone calls. I was faxing for the first time in forever. I was like, people still fax, but like, I guess it is a faster way of delivering mail without actually delivering mail. So why don't we bring fax back? Or how about everybody just like get rid of fax and just go with email? Why don't everybody we should just all switch over to emails. I don't know what it is. Because I'm like setting up a business and whatever, right? But I'm filling out forms, and I'm on the phone with some lady, and she's like, oh, you have to mail this over to us, but you know what's faster? If you fax it. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I mean, fax is way better than actually going out in the snow. I have to go out there, walk 10 minutes, go to the nearest post box, come back, but it's like freezing cold outside. It's like negative 25 degrees Celsius. And so I'm sitting there like, what do you mean you want me to fax? What do you mean you want me to mail this? So I ended up just faxing it over. Pigeon with letters being sent on the way. I would actually love that. We need some magical owls that never die. And we need some magical owls that don't need any training at all. Or some cats. Hello, Luffy. My cat's here to say hi. We need some like magical animals that, they will never die, they will never get hurt, they will never get injured on the journey to delivering whatever you need to deliver. And they need to know the way exactly. You just give them the coordinates and they're like, yep, I know exactly where I'm going. And so, yeah, there's a kid in the background. I did pet him on the floor. He's showing me his toy. He does this quite often now, where he gets super clingy in the mornings. Sometimes mostly after stream. They're usually sleeping while I'm streaming because they know I'm busy. But after stream, they're like all over me. They're like using their paws, smacking my arm, right? They're like, hey, Ark, I need attention. And my other cat's like, here's my toy. Plop. Puts it in front of me. So he's doing that right now. He usually is sleeping right now, but he's not. He's awake. Sometimes he goes into the bedroom in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m. And his favorite toy right now is the ball that he just showed me, but it's like this cloth ball, and inside is a little bell that jingles. Right? He loves that. So he brings it everywhere with him. I have two. Actually, I have two of those balls because he loves them so much. And he's playing with the ball in the bedroom. So imagine I'm trying to sleep and all I hear is ding, 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 ding. Like, it's just, I'm like, come on, man. You can tell I'm sleeping. And he knows I'm sleeping too, because when I'm not sleeping, when I wake up, right, he like jumps on the bed and he starts like purring. He starts like tapping me on the face, right? But he's not doing that because he knows I'm sleeping. So he's like making it super annoying for me to sleep in the bedroom. Something about pets, I don't know. But at the same time, this guy has no thoughts in between his eyes. There was no thoughts in his brain. So maybe he just didn't think things through. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, right? This guy doesn't even know his name. Like, I call his name and he doesn't respond. He doesn't know his name at all. Versus my other cat is super smart. I recently taught my other cat how to lie down. He knows how to do paw, he knows how to high five, he knows how to sit, he knows how to lie down. The moment I call for his name, he comes over. Like, he's a super smart cat, and you don't know what happened because I raised them both at the exact same time. I got them both almost at the exact same time. And they're the same breed of cat as well. It's just that one is super stupid and one is super smart. It's weird. He could be actively ignoring you. I don't know what it is. If he wasn't, is is just that, maybe everything balances out because my other super smart cat has a very like stoic, mean look to his face. The moment you look at him, you're like, yeah, this cat's about to kill me. This cat looks like he's going to kill me, and this cat looks like he's about to murder me and my entire family. But he's actually one of the sweetest cats. My other cat, the one that's kind of stupid, um, he's like he doesn't have that murder face. He doesn't have a face of a murderer. He doesn't look like a serial killer, but he's very pretty. He's like a princely looking pretty cat. Everyone who sees him is always like, "Is that a girl cat?" And I'm like, "No, that's a dude. You're seeing that like a dude right now with no thoughts in his head." But like everyone says that he's so pretty and he's really cute. But maybe that's where it balances out, right? Because he's so cute. He's like, "Yeah, I don't need to think at all because everyone loves me already." The only one looks like there's only one brain cell in the little head. Yeah, like sometimes he would look at you, right, with those big eyes, right? He looks at you, and I'm like, what are you thinking? But he doesn't, it's like he's not thinking about anything. Like there's nothing in his head. He's just staring at something, or he's staring at you, and there's like no thoughts. Whereas my other cat, whenever he stares at me, I know he wants something. Because like the moment I get up, he leads me somewhere. He calls for something. He's like, "Hey Art, can you open the door to this room because I want to go in?" Like he always has this decision making in his head. He's like, "I need to do something. I have a purpose. I'm making decisions." And my other cat's just like, "I'm here to stand here and look pretty. I'm here to sit here and just like, just be a French painting or something." Bold of you to assume that I think that is my other cat. He's getting used to cuddles though. He used to hate them. One of my cats loves cuddling. The smart one loves cuddling. The other one doesn't. The moment you hold him, he's like, "No, no, get away from me! Get away from me! I wanna play games. I wanna play with my super jingly ball toy." Hi, Microlake. Welcome in. Hello, Ube. Let me close the door because I'm making a lot of noise right now. People are sleeping. The door to the classroom, by the way. I can't believe they're 3 years old already. Time flies. I feel like I just got my cats yesterday, but it has been a long time. It's been a while. They're now fully grown adults, and I still can't believe it. I feel like people say this about kids all the time, or like children all the time. It's like, wow, I blank and suddenly they're in university. And for me, I'm like, oh, it's my cats. But I still do that with people as well. Like my baby cousins, I can't believe this, but like I look at them. The last time I saw them, I'm like, "Oh, what grade are you in again?" They're like, "I'm in uni." They're like, "I'm in university, Ark." And I'm like, "What?" What do you mean you're in university? It used to be tiny little babies. Ark flooded the classroom. I did. I did. Okay, this is just me getting old. Once you start getting older, you start losing track of time. And you're like, ah, yeah, I don't remember anything anymore. Like how yesterday I was trying to clean out my cat's litter box, and I'm like, I swear to God, I took out a bag, like a litter bag, to clean it up, and I placed it on my desk, and I don't know where it went. I don't know where I put it, right? It just disappeared. And so I took out another bag because I was like, whatever, maybe it's lying somewhere, I don't know, maybe I left it in the kitchen or something. I took out another bag and I'm cleaning out the litter box and I'm like, there's no litter in here. There's no poop, there's no pee, there's nothing in here. I'm like, wait, did I clean it out already? And I did. I cleaned it out already just a few minutes ago and I completely forgot I did that. Yeah, it's weird. Adults learning how time works, adults learning the passage of time. It's different. They say that when you are a child, time flies very slowly because you remember everything, like everything feels super impactful. Once you hit like, middle age, once you hit like an older age, time flies really quickly. And then you get to a point again when you're even older and then time goes back. It starts slowing down again. Sorry, not middle age. I don't know if I can consider myself middle age yet, but I'm like, I'm there. What is middle age, guys? 40, 50? 40, 50. I feel like 40 would be middle. 40 would be right in the middle. The time thing makes a lot more sense once you visualize it differently. 1 year is 10% of your life if you're 10. But the older you get, the less percentage of your overall time, your overall life it makes up. You're right. You're completely right about that. I I'm still trying to think about how I can make it so that I still remember things that I've done the day before yesterday. And so I've trying to come up with a new habit by opening up Microsoft, the to-do list. So let me just bring it up right now. Yeah, I have a few dailies that I gotta do. I got life dailies, guys. This is not gacha dailies, this is life dailies. And so every day I have to do something. I would do the exact same thing, and then I would remember it. So on this list, I have, it's a checklist, by the way, so that's how I know I finish things. Journaling is actually part of my daily. It's part of my daily, but I didn't do it yesterday. So when you don't check things off, your dailies off from your Microsoft to-do list, it will tell you that at the bottom of the task, it will be in red and it will be like yesterday. It says that right now. It says the word yesterday and it's in red because I didn't do it yesterday. So journaling was one of the things that I didn't have time to do yesterday, which I'll have to do today. Have you considered getting more sleep? Um yeah, I mean, yeah, I talk about getting more sleep every single day and then I fail at doing so. Um, I mean, yesterday I slept at 10. Okay, I slept at 10. I woke up at 7:30. So, yes, I got a lot of sleep yesterday. I do think you're right about that, Josh, that if I were to get more sleep, I do think that my memory will improve because every part of your body needs rest, right? And if your muscles are stressed out, if your brain is stressed out, if it's been working the entire day and it hasn't had rest yet, I feel like things are going to start slowly degrading, like my memory. I know people in the 20s who need journaling to remember if they ate the same day. How do people function? I need to do that too. I gotta start doing that too, Vass. This sucks. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to blame social media platforms and scrolling. I'm gonna have to do it. Like, I don't care what people say, right? They're like, yeah, maybe it's just this, maybe it's not social media platforms, maybe it's not like the evolution of our technology, but I do blame, maybe just a slight blame on how our internet works now because nobody has any patience, and I guess patience is tied to our, what's it called? Like our focus, right? Our attention span, because there's so much stuff on the internet, there's so much stuff online where you're like, oh, this looks interesting, let me click on that. And then like the moment you click on it, you're in the middle of watching it. On the sidebar, there's something else and you're like, hold on, I want to see what this is about too. So you click on that and you just keep clicking and clicking and clicking. And doom scrolling is the worst because it's an infinite scroll. If you were to go on YouTube right now and you search up no, not doom scrolling, you search up scrolling, you might find a video about the guy who invented infinite scrolling, how much he regrets doing that because he realizes how bad it is for our human psyche, our human brains, right? Because with that infinite scrolling, you're never putting your phone down. Your attention span is also, it starts diminishing because you're like, I constantly need to feed my brain with more stimulation and more information. So as you're scrolling, you're getting this like dopamine high and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And so our attention spans are getting worse and worse and worse. And then that starts becoming a thing where our brains get used to that infinite information, that input of information. And then so you go, when you're trying to focus on anything else, right? You have ADHD because you're like, well, I'm getting distracted by everything around me. Learn. So so that's why I'm like, I need to stop doing multiple things at once. I have to only focus on one thing and just keep doing it. And until my timer runs out, right? I bought a timer that hasn't come in yet, but I'm like, I'm gonna start doing the thing that who is it? No Liar. Okay, so I was listening to No Liar talk about this, but she was like, I don't set alarms. She was like, I set timers. And I was like, wait, hold on. That's such a great way to approach finishing tasks is if you have a timer and then you just set it up and so you can't until do anything else until that timer is done. So I'm like, that's such a good way to focus. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. So I'm getting, of course, I have a timer on my phone, but I'm like, I don't want my phone to be in my vicinity while I am doing work because I'm gonna get distracted again. The moment I lift up my phone, I'm gonna be like, oh, look at all these notifications. Look at all these things that I gotta that is interesting. Oh, look, I got new email that I gotta reply to, right? Like it's such a distraction. I gotta put it in another space. That's why I'm like, I need a device that's only does one thing and it's a timer. I'm happy to say my Malcolm in the Middle tech works. I don't doom scroll anymore. What is your Malcolm in the Middle tech? What do you mean by that? Alarms and timers are the way to go. Yeah. I know some people do this one thing called time blocking where you just set up a schedule and you're like, all right, between this time and this time, this is all I'm gonna do, which doesn't really work for me because I get distracted. So like if I have a timer like right in my face, it's sitting right in front of me, I will probably not get distracted as easily. Malcolm in the Middle tech, is that what a timer is? Anyways, ads are starting. Time for a small break. I blow my nose. I'm gonna get some allergy pills. Just because of yesterday, all of my tissues in my tissue box have, it's like, it's almost empty. I use tissues so much because I'm constantly blowing my nose from allergies. And then yesterday with Magna Grimira in Fairy Bell visual novels, crying, bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, man, ugh, I need more tissues. Goodbye forever. No, I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in whatever 2 minutes and 9 seconds. BRB, ad break, and snack. There we go. I might as well grab another tissue box too. Okay, see you guys in a tiny, tiny bit. Boop. Disappear. That was super fast. Hello, I am back. You left me here all alone. No, thought. I mean, you had all of chat. What do you mean? You had everybody here with you, right? I'm not the only company you need. Like, there's everyone else. Sorry, I'm not the only company you have here. There's a whole bunch of people here in chat. But hello, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Today's laundry day for me. I have to tell myself that Saturday is laundry day because I can't do it tomorrow. Sometimes I like wait for tomorrow to do it, but I'm like all my housemates are doing their laundry tomorrow and everyone's just waiting for a turn, so I'm like I have to do mine today. You hate your grandson? Everyone here, my granddaughters and my grandsons. Is that how it works? Ark is old now. Granny needs her walking stick. Oh wait, the Malcolm in the middle tech is you limit your scroll sessions with less and less Malcolm in the middle clips on my feed until I eventually don't feel like scrolling anymore. Wait, Pacheca, you mentioned this before. That's what it is. I just stopped using it. I can't. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna go with the Malcolm in the middle tech. That's too much work. I'm glad it works for you though. Hashtag Nico for Discord mod 2026. Good morning. Nico, I feel like you're too much of a troll to become a Discord mod because I have expectations when it comes to Discord modding. You should see what I give to Clock and what I give to the stuff I give to Oh My God. I'm like, here's a list of things. Here's all your resources. Here's frequently asked answers questions. Frequently asked questions, sorry. Here's a list of that. If you don't know what to do, you can do this. It's like a whole troubleshooting sheet that I give them that I make them memorize. Like there is no way you or anyone here would be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's too much work. And the thing is with my mods, the reason why they're mods is because they have a lot of experience with it. That's what I'm usually looking for. Your 18 years of experience, just graduated from high school. Manager Arc. That's me. I'm just putting my it's such a habit because I got this out of from my old corporate job because I was a team lead and I'm like, here's everything you guys need. This is what you have to do. Here's a rubric. Here's a full ass CV. We're at the end of the year, we're gonna go and do a performance check. No way you guys are gonna handle that. Okay, it's not that extreme. Don't worry. It's not that extreme. I don't torture them that much. I just tell them just do whatever you guys can. There's no fun in modding aside from bullying the streamer. Yeah, that's what I've been saying too in the beginning. Like, I know several other mods outside of just, my own mods, and the amount of times they've complained about the community that they have to mod is like insane. They're like, this is a nightmare. I wish I never had to do this. Or like, next time if I had to choose, I'm never gonna mod ever again. So I'm like, you guys, I need to set some expectations. This is gonna be a hard job. This is gonna be a hard job. Nico, you're too much of a troll. I mod for a major gacha game. Wait, which one? I just present off like a troll. No, actually, I've seen Corpo Nico before, and Corpo Nico is scary. Like this guy gets all serious, and I'm like, who is this dude? Who is this man? Right? That's a completely different Nico that I know. Cause I said one time, when before I started streaming, right? Or before I got really into streaming. He's just a silly little. No, you're not. You're scared. You're terrifying. Okay, I was before I went into like full-time streaming, I was still looking for jobs, right? Because of the whole, whole AI takeover of my writing job. So, I was looking and then Nico's pretty, he's, how do I say it? Without like talking too much about you, right? Um, Nico's team was hiring and he's like, let me just give you a mock interview, right? He's like, let me help you out a little bit. And he's like, sit down with me on Discord, right? On this Discord server. And the moment I joined the Discord server, it was just a full out interview. It was like one of the most hardcore interviews I've ever sat down and partook in, but it wasn't even a real interview. I was like, I've never had an interview like this hardcore before. Like, this guy's insane. I can't actually tell you which platform. I have a burner account that I use. Oh, okay, I see. I'm not gonna pry too deep into it then. Confidential information, he says. Just Nico, hashtag just Nico things. But seriously, if I do need help, I wouldn't mind asking you, but at the same time, I don't want you to have that responsibility, especially now when you already have so much going on with your life, okay? It's not because you're a troll. Okay, maybe it's half because you're a troll, but I do trust you, but at the same time, guys, modding is a difficult job. Like what Thought said, modding is a really hard job, and I don't want to like push that onto anybody. Even if they ask me, I'm like considering what is happening in their life as well. I haven't heard a green flag yet. I'm just gonna say Nico's a hard worker. Pay me in ABBs. I don't know that many ABBs. I know a lot of ABBs who are like they're not even on the radar, right? They're not even on the radar. I just remember the ABB thing and I gulped. What's an ABB? An Asian baby boy. Nico is looking for more Asian baby boys. He needs a list of them. He's like, let me meet all of your Asian baby boyfriends. And I was like, I have them, but like I don't want you guys to meet because both of you guys are like insanely weird. There's something about Asian baby boys where they're just like, yeah, you're never gonna meet my other friends. It's just I don't know. There's something about them. I know too many of those. Yeah, there's a lot. You'll find one, Nico. You'll find one. Just not any of my friends. Payment for the thirsty twink. This guy is more of a thirsty twunk. A thirsty twunk looking for his Asian baby boys. More red flags in Chinese parade. Actually, actually, yeah. Like the Asian baby boys I know have like a lot of red flags. I don't know if it comes with the title. Like if you're an Asian baby boy, do you suddenly just raise up ten red flags around you? Like, is that how it works? Because all of the Asian baby boys I know have like red flags everywhere. They like live in a pile of red flags. Their entire house is probably just littered with red flags. But no, for some reason they're all like, yeah, let me just meet. Can I meet with your other Asian baby boyfriend? I go, no, because you guys are gonna start like there's gonna be some drama, there's gonna be fighting. All of you guys are red flags. Uh-uh. Good thing I identify as a bull because I charge headfirst into red flags. I hate this so much. What the hell is considered an Asian baby boy? Um How would I describe them? Hi chicks, good morning. What makes a dude an Asian baby boy? What would make a dude an Asian baby boy? I think so. Imagine Asian baby girls, okay? So imagine the blonde hair, imagine the long nails, imagine the maintenance that goes into maintaining the image of an Asian baby girl, right? Like fashion first, brain second. Not the blonde. They're always blonde for some reason. Yeah, they're always blonde. They always have bleached hair. What are we talking about? We're talking about Asian baby girls. So they all got their blonde hair. They all got their long nails. I'm just thinking about my past self, okay? They got their high heels. They got their leather bags and their fake fur coats. That's an Asian baby girl. Now, give that to a dude. Except just take out the nail part. Maybe they have painted nails, but they don't have super long nails. It's just basically that. Like, yeah, a performative fuck boy. That's your Asian baby boy. But they don't necessarily have to be performative. They don't necessarily. necessarily have to be too performative. Yeah, yeah, they mentioned raves. They always go to boba. They always get boba with their friends. They've got yeah, they got freaking Lexus or some super cool sports car. Um they always go to a skewer place, an Asian skewer place after raves, after their parties, after the clubs. You always see them walking together in like a flock, right? It's always a flock of Asian baby boys or a flock of Asian baby girls. They never walk alone. It's just like it's just like that. It's literally that. Veld and Head in the Clouds. Those are names of clubs, man. But yeah, they're always in Veld. They're always in the Veld clubs. They're always in Head in the Clouds. It is very specific, yeah. Yeah, it's I think you can probably see this in like other cultures too, where there's like a specific niche in a group where they do very specific things. A rave when I always turn down raves. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of nightlife, guys. I'm done. I'm retired. I'm retired from nightlife. No more raves for me. No more clubs for me. No more partying. No more bar hopping. I'm done. But are you though? I am. I feel retired. I'm sort of retired. If I wasn't, I'm like going in the route of I no longer want to work in 9 to 5. I'm no longer a student. I no longer want to work corpo. I'm just gonna do this for fun. So like side hustle after side hustle after side hustle. Is it really retiring? I'm not sure, but it kind of feels like it. I'll pay for your Veld ticket. I don't want to go to Veld. I don't want to go. For some reason, all the Asian baby boys love going to Veld as well. It's weird. Hikikomori maxing, that is me. Yeah, I never want to leave the house. I'm not the one who wants to find the ABBs. I'm not the ABB looker. I'm not the ABB searcher. You are. I'm just here to relax and just be my own self and just enjoy. I just want to enjoy anime and games, which I don't even have time for nowadays. I'm trying to survive. Yeah, I'm not an ABG anymore. I can't go to raves, Nico. I already chopped off all my hair. I'm done. I got rid of all my clothes. I only have t-shirts and shorts now. I donated everything. I sold everything in my garage sales. The amount of like junk I realized I had in my old life, I'm like, there's so much. There's so much things that I just would wear once and like never wear again. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? Like, and I don't even go outside anymore. So I kept a few outfits from like back in the day, but like most of the stuff is gone. They're all gone. Need the ABB or the ABG pass to go to one. Is that how it works? Suddenly you guys are experts in ABG and ABBs, aren't you? Yeah, it's essentially what a Gyaru is. An ABG is basically just a Gyaru, and that was me. You can take the ABG out of the rave, but you can't take the rave out of the ABG. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, I'm shaking my finger at you. You can't see it right now. It's like below the screen, but I'm shaking my finger at you. Can't take the rave out of the ABG. But what if you take the ABG and the rave out of a person? What do they become? They just become me. You just get rid of all of it. But you know, guys, the ABG and the ABB lifestyle is pretty expensive if you think about it. Because let's go from head to toe, okay? Let's think about the appearance of an ABG or an ABB, right? First, they gotta keep going to the salon. They're always going to the most popular salon. And the popular salon is full of ABBs and ABGs. Even the hairstylists are ABBs and ABGs. And they all got that long nails. They all got like the dyed hair and the fancy hair, right? And like they want to turn you into one of them. But in order to do so, it's like you got to pay for like 3 sessions of bleach. And then if you want dye on top, you got to pay for more sessions of dye. And then after that, they got to do, it's not just hair dyeing, but it's like you got to cut the hair as well, right? So it's like that stacks up 3 sessions of bleach including haircutting, including hairstyling, that's already like $500. That's $500 every month that you got to pay for a hair salon, to a hair salon. And that's just the hair, guys. That's just the hair I'm talking about. What about the rest of it, right? ABBs, ABGs are always wearing like some sort of makeup, or they're going to Korea for some sort of like, I don't know, beauty treatments is what I'm gonna call it. Beauty treatments, right? And that's already like thousands of dollars that they gotta pay for, right? And then they got contacts as well, and contacts never last that long. So contacts are like also really expensive because they want to get the colored contacts. They don't want just regular contacts. They want the big colored contacts. And so that costs like another $100 for like one pack, or maybe a few $100s for one pack. And so they expire. So every month you're paying a few $100s for contacts as well, for eye contacts. And already you think about this, okay, hair is like $500, contacts a few $100, right? And then clothing, okay, that's pretty obvious, another few $100. And they're always like changing up their wardrobe all the time, right? And then they gotta do okay, if you're a girl, you gotta do your nails as well. You know how expensive nails are at a nail salon? You get the basic set and it's like $80, okay? And then they go, that's just one color. One color, by the way, just a single solid color. That's $80. And then you're like, what if I want some designs on it? And it's like, nope, you gotta add another $20 on that, on top of that. So then it's like $100 for nails. And you're like, well, what if it's a special occasion? What if it's like Christmas, right? And you're like, I want some really fancy Christmas nails. Okay, now that's like $150. So you got like hair 500, nails 150, clothing like another few hundred, contacts few hundred, and then that is so freaking expensive. That's a freaking expensive lifestyle. Now you got to think about, okay, they're going to clubs all the time, they're going to raves all the time, they're going to get their bubble tea, their boba all the time, and that's money because everybody knows that in North America, right, the inflation is like at all-time high right now, and a bubble tea, a single boba in Canada, where I am, is like $7 to $8 now. That's a whole ass meal that you could have gotten like back in the day. $7, $8 is a whole ass meal. But they're doing this every single day, okay? So that's like, you know what I'm talking about? The money stacks up. So it's a freaking expensive lifestyle. I cannot afford that anymore, guys. It is too expensive. If I was working 9 to 5, maybe, perhaps. But no, I'm retired. I'm retired from the ABG life. It's too much. The 4 pillars of Asian male: fuckboy, performative, male, ABB, and the gym rat. That's true. That's true. Yeah, and they all work corporate. ABG X-Ark when? Never. You guys aren't seeing ABG X-Ark ever again. She's gone, man. She can't afford it. Every day, holy shit, I thought once a week is a lot. Maybe I'm exaggerating when I say every day. It's probably once a week or twice a week or something like that. My friend used to go every day only because it was on the way to work. So she would go to the bubble tea place, buy bubble tea or boba, and then she would go to work, and then she would just have it in the fridge and then have it for lunch because it was just on the way. It was so convenient for her. But it really depends on, like, if how addicted to boba are you? You have an ABG model? I don't. I don't want one. I don't need it. I don't know. I don't need an ABG model, guys. Boba for lunch? Yeah, boba for lunch. It's just girl lunch. It's like girl dinner, but it's a girl lunch. 1 second, let me blow my nose. You should draw an ABG arc. It's just gonna be too much. Think about how nice it would look, Arc. Just think about like Valley Girl Arc, and that's basically what I was. Valley Girl Arc. You guys can imagine it in your head, okay? Blonde Arc, okay, with platform heels, right? It could be regular heels, but I love my platforms. Platform heels, my super furry jacket, and short shorts, and yeah, that's basically what it is. Just imagine that. That was me. Now draw it. No, no, you guys don't need it. You guys don't want it. You guys don't need it. Now I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm just here to to rot. Requesting a scab. I need my coffee after all that. That felt like a rant. Ah. That was flipping eye-opening. Yeah, if you're ever looking to date someone like an ABG or an ABB, you gotta think about how much it is to maintain that lifestyle. It is a lot of money. Any girl with long nails, you have to start thinking about how much money they're spending on those nails every month. That's really expensive. The ABB light. So, you know what? Like something about like a lot of the ABBs I know as well, the Asian baby boys I know as well, is that they've started taking up like exercise, right? But there's not just regular going to the gym. It's like I'm going to classes. They're like, we're going to go to Pilates together. We're going to go to fencing together. We're going to go do some volleyball together, right? So like that's more monthly spending as well. You're gonna end up being their sugar mommy or their sugar daddy. Their sugar daddy. Unless they're already rich. A lot of them are rich. A lot of them are like international Chinese students. A lot of them are like living off their parents' money as well. I'm already competing against scalpers. To have an ABG as a partner is a pain. They are like I feel like they are kind of like a trophy wife or a trophy husband type deal. Or you look at them like they're very nice looking visually, but then you think about, okay, what do I have to do for them? And it's gonna be a lot. Uh, I'm already competing against scalpers. What do you mean by scalpers, though? Oh, are you playing like TCGs? Is that what you mean? Is it like TCG scalpers? Fun stream activity. Asian male, 4 pillars, rank viewers inside them. You guys don't want me to rank you. I don't know half of you guys, and I don't want to know half of you guys. I'm not about to become super. It's the parasocialism right now is already going one way, and we don't need a two-way parasocialism, guys. I don't need to know everybody here. Rank your IRLs. There's only one IRL person here that I know, and it's you, Nico. The sus ranking then? Plastic cracks? Sus ranking. I would love to do a ranking stream though. Like literally right now, since it's a just chatting, this would be the perfect opportunity for me to be like, all right, let me rank something, but I don't know what to rank. And I'm not about to rank you guys. I don't think you guys want to be put on a meter. Like I don't know, it's such a weird concept. Gadwin model, then grandma, yeah. I'm just grandma now. Stack rank viewers in terms of problematic. You're in the very yeah, you're number one. What are we ranking? I'm not sure. Woman, I already am. What do you mean you already am? What do you mean you already am? There's a hell of a lot of viewers to rank. I don't even know who's in here right now because I don't look at participant list and I don't look at numbers. So whoever's in chat, that's all I see. I'm not sure who's in here except for people who actually talk. ABG, Asian baby grandma. But seriously though, wait, hold on. I just had like epiphany. I just had an epiphany. If you were to date someone who's like an ABG, you have the chance. There is a chance of them being a super rich international student. So instead of you being the sugar mommy or the sugar daddy, they could be your sugar mommy and sugar daddy. They could be the one because their parents have so much money. Have you guys seen the rich Asians? Have you guys seen them before? You're like insane. Okay, so a little bit of backstory, okay? A little bit of backstory. I mentioned that I didn't go to school in North America at all. Like, I went to school in another country. I went to school at an international school, okay? And so I was not rich, but all of my classmates were rich. they were filthy rich. I had classmates who were models, like actual models, working with like a model talent agency. I had classmates who were like the sons and daughters of diplomats and politicians. I had classmates who were like in the talent, like idols and stuff, right? And I'm like, and people, my one of my best friends in school, her dad owned mountains. Like they actually owned mountains, and they were tea mountains. So he has an entire tea business, or more like her family has an entire tea business. So everybody, all of my classmates were filthy rich. It's literally crazy rich Asians, except I was the poor one. That was my life back in the day. And so imagine you're like dating someone where like their entire family just owns a whole like tea business, and they have what is it called, like a monopoly on tea in Taiwan. So like you don't need to pay for their lifestyle. You can just be like, yeah, you're paying for all my stuff. Automod, what's going on? What's Automod doing? The crazy poor Asians. Yeah, I'm the crazy poor Asians. All of my classmates back in the day were the crazy rich Asians. Oh, I gotta blend my nose. This is too much. No, I'm not gonna bother muting. You guys are gonna get used to this. This is me every morning. Need that sequel ASAP. I have so many stories from like school days because of how insanely rich some of my friends were. Exercise the goo. Yeah, they're coming out. Ew. Ew. But at the same time, it's a different school life because your status is kind of hinged on your money. If you have no personality, if people don't actually like you, if um you don't really get along with anybody, people will only look to you for money. Like they're gonna invite you to parties, and they're gonna invite you to clubs and invite you to karaoke only for you to pay for everyone. That's just how it worked. And it's kind of like a hell loop or a death loop in a way, because the more you want to get along with your classmates or your peers, the more you try harder. So when those people realize that, oh, people are inviting me out because of my money, they start spending more money. So there's like, I felt so bad for some people because they would be like bringing their, I don't know, they'd be buying cars, like new cars all the time to bring to school, right? Just to be popular. Like that was my school. It was like there was a hierarchy of money going on there. It was like, who has the better bike? Who has the cooler looking bike? Who has the cooler looking car? And then there would be like, there were times when they would just go on like, what did they get? What, those stupid things that kids do where they like race around the roads. They're not supposed to do that. So they do that all the time as well, just to show off their cars. I'm only watching your streams because you're rich. I'm not rich, by the way, guys. I keep telling you guys, I'm a broke bitch. I can't afford anything. Drag racing. No, like car racing. Always get that social clout. Yeah, the social clout. And so nobody in school knew that I watched anime. Nobody knew that I played games because I was like, I'm gonna be one of them. I was like one of those people who were like, I'm not gonna tell anyone that I play games. I'm not gonna tell anyone that I watch anime. And so I was doing what everyone else is. That's why I was ABG. It's because of my school. I was bar hopping with all the girls. I was going to clubs with all the girls. I was kind of like the mother of my friend group because they're like, oh, Ark is so responsible. Ark can take care of us when we're like pissed off, when we're like pissed drunk, right? So like I was that person in my friend group. But everyone was like going crazy with money. I've met Ark RL. I'm not crazy rich. What do you mean? I'm not even living in like my actual home. Nico has met me though. I'm living in a temporary place. I live with housemates, guys. I don't even have my own place that I can call home. She owns property, chat. See, I don't. I don't. It was me buying 2 burgers to resemble my wealth. uh, I realized after only when I graduated from school, when I look back on my life, and I'm like, that was an experience. that was that was something. I remember seeing my classmates on TV too because they were just I don't know, it's a really weird experience. Um I come back here every so often because I do have family here. Not like my parents, but like I do have some family here. I'm always visiting. And then they're like, "Hey, Art, want to check out my school?" And they go, "Sure, okay, why not?" Because I usually visit during the summertime when school's over. So we would go, I would meet their teachers, I would meet their peers, I would meet their classmates, and I'd be like, "What is going on? This is such a different lifestyle." Like everyone's just regular students. Like everyone's just being a regular student, right? Like they're talking about grades, they're talking about projects and stuff. And at my school, it's a party school. It was just like I don't know, who grows marijuana under the sink kind of thing. And then that's the person that you go to for pot all the time. But I don't smoke, but I'm just saying, like that was my school. It was a completely different environment. Ark bought me a sandwich and a house and a plane. I no, I didn't, guys. You're making things up. People are delulu now. What's going on? Goodest boy, hello, welcome in. Happy Saturday, Abel has been. Welcome in. Yeah, the sink pot. Yeah, there was one guy who grew pot under his sink. He got into Harvard, by the way. No, it wasn't Harvard, sorry. He got into Oxford. This guy was I don't know, he was all about the hustle. The guy that grew pot under his sink, he always got the best grades in class. He was also a new student. So I remember the moment he entered our school for the first time, he was getting straight A's, and everyone's like, "What kind of education did he have?" Right? And he grew pot under his sink, and he handed it out to everyone. Ark bought me a car for my birthday. Guys, I'm not rich. I'm broke as hell. A difference between Asian Asians and Western Asians is wild. Yeah. It was more like so for an international school, it was an international school because foreigners or expats can't or they don't go into the local schools because they still want like a Western education. So all of my classmates, because their parents were like diplomats and politicians and like big ass business owners, right? Where they had to go to different countries to trade all the time and like talk to clients and stuff. So there's just like, let me just dump my kid here. And that's why everyone's like super rich. At my school, some kids were stabbing with pencils. Holy shit. I guess every school is a little bit different. Every school is a little. My school was violent in a way where we did have Fight Club, but it wasn't like any stabbing. It was more like beating each other up in an audience and everyone watches kind of thing. And yeah, we had gangs too. But it wasn't like stabbing gangs. It was just like one or a few people who knew gang members. So instead of like violence, it was more like I can get you to places. It's like I can get you into this club for free because I know people kind of thing. Rather than I'm here to kill. Ark went crazy in the Fight Club with flawless record. No, it wasn't me. It was the dudes. It was the guys. Like I don't know what it is. Like the guys just love to fight. And then you would find someone in the hospital the next day, and you're like, oh my god, I'm shaking my head. What's going on? One of the classmates got arrested and had to wear an ankle monitor to school, I believe. Holy smokes. That's insane. Kids do the wildest things. I had stomped a kid in a fight. Why are you guys always in fights, huh? Huh? Just use words. If you need to settle a score, just use words. It's way more powerful than using fists. It gets your message across. Fighting doesn't. That's one thing you gotta remember. If you want to convince someone to do something, if you want to convince someone that you're correct, if you want to convince, if you think that the other person's an asshole, you're not gonna change their ways by punching them, right? Word too hard, brain too small, can't think. No, just use words. Folks' vocabulary may not be great. Okay, think about this for instance. If you're on the other side of things, if you are in an argument with someone else, right? And they start coming at you, they start full charging at you with fists, right? Or a weapon, right? You're not gonna change your mind. In fact, you're gonna start being more, how do I say, grounded on your opinion than before, because you're like, I don't want to become that person. You're like, I don't want to have the same opinions as this asshole who's like throwing hands at me. So it does the opposite effect. Rather than rather than like being like, you know, slowly being convinced to join their side, you're like going the opposite way. It's a whole 180 degrees backwards. I grew up in a ghetto school though. I was heavily bullied until I snapped. And then you weren't bullied anymore. I guess that works. I guess that works. You gotta somehow stand your ground. If someone's like, actually, if someone is throwing hands at you first, I would say defend yourself. Sometimes like words can't do shit in that situation, but like never be the first one to throw fists. Never be the first one to throw hands, because that's such a coward way of doing things. He did start it and try to throw me to the ground, and he tripped on my foot and I took my chance. Holy smokes. Yeah, you won't see me punching anyone. If someone's about to come at me with like a weapon, or someone's about to come at me looking for a fight, I'm running. I'm running in the opposite direction. I'm going the opposite way. I've been in girl fights before, and those are brutal because girls have heels. Okay, and they hurt. I got kicked in the stomach one time and I was like, never again. I'm not doing this again. It was self-defense, but I went overboard. It wasn't just throwing hands. Holy smokes. That's a lot. I seen one. What if we fight together? How about we just not fight? How about we not fight? How about we all, you know, how about we all be nice and we use words, and yeah, no fighting. Even if you can't get along, you can always just, if this person doesn't get along with you, just walk the other way. You don't have to interact with them. There were billions and billions of people in this world. You will find the people that mesh with you. Build up some defenses then. Mind if I watch? No. We have, what is it called? What is that? What is the wrestling thing? WWM? WW... WMW? WW? Just watch that. WWE, thank you. Yeah, we have WWE. Just go watch WWE if you want to see some fighting. Go watch some movies with fighting if you want to see good fighting. Actually, yeah, go watch movies because there's actually coordinated fights and they actually look nice. Just watch the MMA or that, yeah, just watch the MMA. I could shake my fist at someone and end up with a sprained elbow. Really? Actually, punching hurts. Punching hurts like hell. It hurts your knuckles. It hurts your elbows. It's a lot of pressure. I remember some guy was like, hey, Ark, give me your strongest punch ever. Right? And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And then I gave him my strongest punch, and like my knuckle was hurting for an entire day. I'm probably not punching correctly, because you're supposed to punch with like the flat part of your fist. But still. Ain't wrestling really performative now? It is, but I think that's also really fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to look at the scripts or UFC. Yeah. Hello, oh my god, welcome in. I'm so unk now. I could turn the doorknob wrong and have to go to the urgent care. Me when I trip over air. This is why I don't play sports. I was doing drills with my sister. I got into bed. She tried to get me to badminton. 1 second. My sister was trying to get me into badminton, and she was like, we have to do some warm-ups. Okay, Ark, gotta do some warm-ups by running. We're gonna do some jogging around the court. So I was like, okay, let's go jogging. And so I put on my running shoes. We both put on our running shoes. And then we take off, and I'm like a few steps behind her, and suddenly I just like drop down. I land flat on my face, and she goes, what the hell happened? And I'm like, I don't know, tripped over something. And I look, there's nothing around me. There's nothing around me but like floor. So this is why I don't do not exercise. I don't do sports anymore because I just injure myself. At least get some sports going on. I'll do you well. I'm doing more calisthenics and weightlifting now. Weightlifting now because it doesn't require me to actually move, like displace my body in a different area, because when I start doing that, when I start moving my body to another place in a room or in a space, I injure myself. But if I place my body in just one singular place in a room, the chances of me injuring myself are way lower. So that's why I do weightlifting now, and I just do planks. I just go on the pull-up bar, and I try to do pull-ups. I just hang there. I lift dumbbells, right? I feel like that's good enough. And then I walk in the summer. Not now because it's too cold, but I used to go on 1 hour walks. I haven't done that for a while. I think with the lack of walking, my back has been hurting a lot more, like my lower back. I went to Japan on vacation last year. You guys remember that? When I took a 2-week break and I went to Japan and I was walking everywhere and my lower back was hurting like hell because I wasn't used to walking anymore. It was when I was working in a 9-to-5 job and I had to go into the office every day. I was walking back and forth from work all the time. But when I started streaming, I just had my butt glued to the chair. There's no exercise going on. There's no walking. And so my back started hurting. My back muscles got really weak. And so during the summer, I was like, I have to walk an hour every day. I have to. I had to shovel last weekend. I couldn't move right until Wednesday. Oh God. Shoveling is one of the worst because you're using the back muscles that you never use. You don't use it throughout the entire year until the snow. Until when snow hits the ground, you're like, okay, I gotta start moving my back muscles now. But now everything hurts. And then you have to be super careful because if you don't have the proper muscles for it, right, you could injure your lower back. How do you lift the snow? Thank you for the water. Or coffee. I hear people consistently get 20K steps a day when they go to Japan holidays. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't really use cars. I mean, you could get around everywhere just by walking. That was like the place I used to live in as well. I used to live in Asia where there wasn't a lot of, like, you didn't need to use cars because everything was so convenient. Like, they were just there. So 10-minute walk, you could get to your destination. Or there's subway systems everywhere. So I would just go downstairs and there's already a subway station. I just take the subway line and get to the place where I want to go. So there's no need for any driving. There's no need for cars, really. I just embrace the sore. It lets me know that the muscles are working. The DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness. It's like pain, gain without pain, pain without gain, right? It's a good soreness. Like right now, my abs are hurting because I was doing a whole bunch of crunches and bicycle crunches and planks the other day, and they still hurt. But like, it's a good hurt because I know that I'm doing something. One time I was playing soccer outside, I had ran my knee into a metal bar trying to get the ball, and that's the last time I played soccer. Me too. It's like every time I injure myself, I'm like, I'm not doing that ever again. Like, you can't make me. I'm just gonna injure myself again. I feel trauma, PTSD, from running into a pole, running into a metal bar. I've done that before, but I wasn't running, and I know how painful it is. I was just walking, by the way. I was talking to a bunch of friends. We were walking outside, and I walked into a stop sign. So it's just a metal bar with a sign at the top. I walked into it and I got the biggest swelling on my head. It hurt for like a good 3 days or something. So I can imagine what it feels like if you're running and you hit the pole. I collapsed on the ground, heads up. This might sound gory. Oh God, my knee busted open. Are you okay? Oh God. Yeah, I didn't listen to the sign. It said stop and I didn't stop. I just kept going. Did it make a thunk sound? It did because I was at the back of the group. I clearly remember this. I was walking in the back of the group, right? Because I was short legs, okay? But whatever, I'm not that short. But I was in the back of the group. I was walking, and then suddenly everybody turned around because of the big thunk sound that it made because it was a metal bar. And I his forehead. Oh God. I would never survive out there. I can't survive on the streets anymore. I'm not aware of my surroundings. Imagine me driving, okay? It's probably even worse. I have my license, by the way. I have my driving license. I just haven't drove in like 5 years. And I can't see myself driving anymore. I have no situation awareness or whatever it's called. Long torso, short legs. Got him. That's exactly what I am, yeah. So I'm like actually super tall. I just have a very long torso. I am now, but on that day, Pain, I was just pain. Another what? I had was an injury I had when I was at Sky Zone. I hyperextended the back of my leg. Oh my God. Why are we always in accidents? I'm gonna need practice when she moves. I'm gonna need practice. I have to start going on walks again. I have to start going on walks. So I don't know if Nico's still here, but Nico used to message me every single day and he's like, did you do your daily walk yet? Did you do your daily walk? He goes, I walked whatever it is. I walked half an hour outside in the freezing cold. If I can do it, you can do it too. And then I get motivated. But I don't walk for half an hour because it's too cold outside. I do like a 10-minute walk and then I come back in, freezing cold. Life catch up. Muster taxes? What the hell are muster taxes? Hello, 26 unit. Welcome in. Are mustard taxes the thing that happens? The thing that you gotta pay for every time you eat mustard? Or is it the thing that you pay for when you don't eat mustard? So it's like every time you have a meal and you're like, okay, I'm not eating mustard with this meal, I have to pay my mustard taxes later on. So that the next meal you eat, you have double the amount of mustard on your plate. It better be something that goes well with mustard. Treadmill streams. I actually want one. I actually want like a treadmill. I mean, I do kind of have a treadmill that I don't really use. It's in the basement and I don't like going down there. Scary. But eventually I want to get one of those small treadmills that I can put under my desk, and then I have a stand-up desk and then I just stream while walking on the treadmill. But the problem is that my desk doesn't move. My desk is not really a standing desk, which is fine. It just means I don't use my keyboard. But because I share the same space with another person, right? This is not just my own study. This is like a study that I share with my housemate. I've asked them, I was like, would you be okay if I got a treadmill? And they're like, no, don't get one yet. Because I'm moving soon. I'm moving sometime this year. So like they're like, just get one when you actually move so that you can actually plan your space. Because like I'm trying to be considerate of them too, because it's not my space. But I'm just going to assume that that means that they don't want to have one in the room. It's going to be a pain to move. Yeah, I thought about that too. So no. Anyways, the moving situation is happening soon. I did get an email saying that it's almost time. I also got another email from another real estate agent, and they're like, how's it going? And I was like, oh, I didn't reply to them yet. I didn't have time. But moving is happening. Moving's happening soon. Soon. I don't know when soon is, but shit, soon. That reminds me, I have to do something after. I have to do something after work. Whatever. After this stream. I'm gonna put it on my to-do list. I'm just thinking, every time I talk about something, I'm like, oh yeah, there's like, I got work to do. Don't mind me, I'm just writing things down so I don't forget because I'm old. I'm old and I have terrible memory. The never-ending to-do list. It is never-ending. I'm not gonna show you guys what my to-do list includes, like what's in it, but there's like, God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 things to do today. 17 things. It's gonna be hell again. I'm gonna have to miss out on some things. I'm gonna have to start prioritizing my time and be like, which one's the most important thing that I have to finish? So it really is never ending. Ah. Yeah, I have to delete some of these. Some of these are not important. Not that important. You deserve a nap. I already took a nap and it's called sleep. It was an 8-hour nap. Was it 8 hours? If I slept at 10 and I woke up at 7. Let's see, 10, 11, 12 plus 7. So what's 7? It was a 9-hour nap. Yeah, it was a 9-hour nap. I feel like that's a good enough nap. So I don't need another nap. In fact, I need to actually start doing things. I have to start hacking at my to-do list so I can get some things done, so I can remove things off of it, because this list is starting to become super overwhelming. It's probably even worse if I don't write things down, because I'm gonna have like decision paralysis where I sit down and go, okay, I have so many things to do, what do I start with? But with the to-do list, I can just take a look at the very top of this list and be like, all right, what's the first thing on this list that I have to do, and then check it off. So I don't look at everything else on the list, I just start with the first thing. Everybody should have a to-do list. Everybody should have one. It's such a good habit. A lot of my to-do list yesterday, I wanted to hyperfixate on getting stuff to treat myself for the evening, and it was a good evening. What'd you do? What did you do to treat yourself with? I need to do that too. I'm gonna do that tonight, okay? I'm gonna start blocking in time today to do everything on this list. And then tonight, I'm gonna be like, alright, it's time to take up the whiskey bottle. Time to take up the whiskey bottle, make some tea. Shove some whiskey in my tea. There's a name for that, right? Like a tea whiskey? I just call it a tea whiskey, but I'm pretty sure there's an actual name for it. I just don't know what it is. I'm playing with stuff on my desk now. Let's see. I'm gonna ask Google. Tea whiskey cocktail. All of Google just calls it a, oh no, it's called a hot toddy. Right, it's a hot toddy. Just have a, no, you gotta add cinnamon in there, which is fine. So to make a hot toddy, what you need is, let me scroll down. You know, every time I go into a recipe article, it's not just the recipe. They've got like an entire blog on top of that. Like, why is the hot toddy cocktail the best cocktail? How does a hot toddy help with a cold and a cough? How to make hot toddy with tea, and it's just more words, and you have to scroll like halfway through. Then the ingredients start. You will need a cinnamon stick, you need water, you need honey, you need lemon, you need whiskey, and a tea bag. So this is gonna be my, what is it called? My reward for the end of the day. The maker of Skyrim? No! Toddy actually sounds like a name. It's like, who is Toddy and why is he hot? Why is Toddy hot? Oh no, he's hot. But no, not the maker of Skyrim. Warm pair of clothes, fresh from the dryer, freshly showered. It was great. Gotta have a life story. I need a bath. Oh my god. The best experience in my entire life, okay, was in Hakone, Japan, at an onsen. I just had no thoughts. I had to make no decisions. I just relaxed the entire time. It was one of the best inns I've ever been to, where like I woke up super in the early in the morning, because they give you a itinerary kind of thing, or a schedule. You're like, these are the times when we're gonna clean the onsen, right? So don't go to the onsen, the time's gonna be closed. And so they're done cleaning the onsen at around like 4 a.m. from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. And around 4 a.m., that's when they're done cleaning. And that's when I go to the onsen. I go to sleep super early. And at 4 a.m., I go to the onsen. There's nobody there. It's just me. It's just myself in the onsen. And I'm having the best time of my life, because I just sit there and I just meditate and I just have no thoughts. There's no thoughts, head empty. That's exactly what it is. One of the best moments. And it was, when I went, it was in January. It was in January when it was cold, but it was cold outside, so the air around me was cold, but the onsen itself was really warm. So we get that like nice balance of hot and cold. And it just feels so good. It's such a good resort experience. And I went to an inn where like everybody was super nice. Sorry, excuse me. Everybody at the inn was super nice. So like every time I walked in the elevator, I always got like an old couple like nodding their heads at me, going like, "Ohayou gozaimasu," right? Because like, I don't know, there's like a culture there where everyone just says hi to you, and I'm like, oh man, I love this. I love this so much. I miss it. So next time I'm gonna go back. Hello, Wonky Sticks. Welcome in. Good morning. I have to blow my nose again. I need a pee break. I will be back. Sorry, you just came in here. But I gotta pee. I've been drinking too much water. Okay, I'll be back when the ads are done. See you guys. See you guys in a bit. Okay. Where am I? Hello, hello. Yeah, what I was trying to get at before is that I just need a long hot bath out in the wilderness. Like I need to go into an onsen out there in the woods. Yeah. I feel like that's how I would enjoy my time. That would be the best reward. I would be done with my day and be like, all right, I got through 17 tasks. I thought I got through my entire task list, my 17 items, and then I just strip off all my clothes and like walk into the onsen and just sit there for an hour. Where are you? I'm right here. By myself. Okay. Hello, people. Welcome in. Oh, and then what would be even better is if I were sitting in an onsen with my hot toddy, right? And you just relax. And then you have like music playing in the background. It would be like one of the best times. I want you all to visualize that for an instant. I don't know if you can. I feel like you can only visualize things that you've actually experienced, but maybe try really hard. Think really hard. So when I move, I'm hoping I actually haven't seen my new place yet, but I'm hoping that there's gonna be a bathtub where I can just like have a makeshift. No, it's not gonna be like a whole onsen experience, of course, but like I need it to have that same like onsen experience with like wooden planks, bamboo planks. I've yes, I mean you don't go into the water clothed, no, right? Like of course you're stripping. You gotta go in there naked. Like what are you doing? Are you gonna walk into an onsen fully clothed with your t-shirt and your shorts and everything? No, you're naked. I'm trying to think really hard, but the only thing that's constantly popping in my head is breakfast. What's for breakfast? I don't even have breakfast right now. I said I was gonna go grab a snack earlier during the ad break, but I didn't end up doing it. I didn't end up going to grab a snack because I wasn't hungry. I made this mistake last night where I was taking my pills. I'm taking these massive pills. I'm taking creatine, okay, because I'm working out. And these creatine pills that I have are huge. They're massive and they get stuck in my throat. So like the moment I drink it, the moment I have it with water, it just gets stuck in there. And if I leave it in there for too long, it starts getting itchy. So I have to like push it down somehow. But water for some reason never works. So I'm like, I have to eat something. So at first, I ate a banana. I was like, nope, it's still there. I can still feel it. So I ate a banana. And then I started eating some leftover food, some dumpling, because you don't leave dumplings overnight in the fridge. It doesn't taste good the next day. So I was like, I might as well just finish these dumplings. So I ate 3 pieces, but I was like, I don't need food. I don't need food. It was like 10, it was almost 10 p.m. at night. And so after that, I'm like, it's still kind of there. Like I can still sort of feel it. So I ate like one of those Vietnamese spring rolls. You know, the ones that have been deep fried. And I'm like, I literally just had a whole ass meal just to get these 2 pills down. Just to get these pills down into my stomach because they were stuck in my throat, but I didn't need to eat. And so now I'm here. I woke up and I'm like, I don't need breakfast anymore. I'm not hungry. Which is good because usually by 11 a.m. in the morning, like halfway through stream, I'm always like, guys, I'm hungry. Guys, I need food. And it doesn't help with the fact that you guys are always mentioning food. Like right now, like you wonky sticks. If I didn't eat last night, if I didn't eat at around 10 p.m., 9 p.m., I would have been like, damn, I'm hungry. Damn, what are you having for breakfast? I want that too. Yeah, food is good, you're right. Food is good, but you gotta, separate your meals as well and not eat at 9 because eating at night is really bad for you. Especially right before bed because I slept at 10. Digestion things, apparently. Because you don't digest well when you're lying horizontally. The best way to digest is by sitting down on a chair. Just photosynthesize for nutrients? Isn't there like a whole cult around that? Photosynthesizing for nutrients? There's like these people called like, it's called like breathism or something? Or, yeah, I think it's called like the breathist or like breathism, where people don't actually eat and they starve themselves. Azu, hello. 16 months already. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait, holy crap, that's been more than a year. Have I been streaming for that long? That's insane. Thank you for this 16 months of support. I slept at 5 a.m. Shouldn't be awake right now, to be honest. go back to bed. What were you doing? Playing Enfield? Playing Where Winds Meet? Are you at endgame already? I feel like you would. I feel like you're the type of person who would play a game and then never drop, like never stop playing it until you actually feel dead. That's wonky sticks. Good lord, that's a while. Where Winds Meet? You haven't touched that game in a while? Back to the factory. Alright. Have fun playing Enfields. I actually didn't get to play that much yesterday because of the amount of things I had to do. I played for like an hour just to get my stock redistribution thing going. Just get a little bit rich, and I was like, alright, time to log off. I was trying my best to get one level on Maple. For Classic? Are you playing Classic or are you playing the rebooted version? Because either way, it's really hard to get one level. Once you reach level 245 or around there in reboot, then it takes forever to get one level. But also, if you play Classic, then it also takes forever to get one level. I sold stuff on your ship, you had good rates. That was me to your ship yesterday, Azu. I just went into your ship because you had like 300%. I think your number was like 300% or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Reboot? Classic is still in beta within Cali? What, really? Didn't know that. I thought it was already out. Which class is your main? Ren? I feel like you would play Ren. Wonky Sticks looks like a Ren player, which is like for context, it's like a sword user. Wonky Sticks always plays the edgy classes. Currently Ren. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I want to get back into... One day I'll get back into MapleStory. Not now. Soon. I need to wait, because MapleStory does this like really predatory thing, which I hate, is that every time you purchase cash shop items, it sticks within one character class. So if you're to play another character class, this might go over some people's heads, because I don't know if we all have gamers here, but like in MapleStory there's several classes they can choose, and they're all in their own separate categories. So you get like Beastmaster is its own class, or the Beast people are their own class. The Japanese people are in their own class category. So like all of your cash shop items can only be transferred between the classes within the class category. And so if you wanted to try out a new character and you're like, I want this character to look nice because all the default items look like crap, right? It makes your character look ugly as hell. Then you probably want to purchase cash shop items. But if you're to do that, you're like, oh, now I gotta spend more money, and I can't transfer the cash shop items from one character to another character because this character is in a completely new class category. So there are special events within MapleStory where you're able to transfer cash shop items between class categories, but it happens like once a year or something like that. So I'm just waiting, and I never know. I never know when they do it. I never know when the event happens because I'm not caught up on the news and the updates. I can't play MapleStory anymore. I spent too much money on it. That was during my ABG days when I could afford multiple things. Slacking? I'm not slacking. You're slacking. You're slacking. Go play MapleStory. Play Maple C? I can't play Maple C because of my ping. Also, I remember back when I tried making a Maple C account, it requires ID as well. So like they need to know your location, and I'm like, I'm too far. It doesn't let me make a Maple C account because of ID issues. It was a long time ago though. I gotta play Ark now. What is Ark? Ark Knights? Ark Survival? X-Ark Cressix? Me? What does that mean? Anyways, goodbye. Enjoy your gaming. Enjoy your gaming time. That's when it starts consuming your life. Yeah, because sunk cost fallacy. Like, I spent so much money on this game, I might as well play it. I don't care if I'm not enjoying this game. I spent money on this game. I have to finish it. I have to enjoy it. That was when it was ye old times. What does that mean? What does that mean? Back in Maple Sea. A long time ago. That was like, it was probably like 20 years ago when I tried making a Maple Sea account. It's probably then. I'm sure so they don't do that anymore is what you're saying. Which makes sense because it's 20 years. I'll never get over how T-Rex shows up in Google when you search. When you search Ark. I'm still on the fence about rebranding. I don't know yet. I was talking to my commission artist, right? And they sent me all these designs and I was like, "Oh, all these look really nice." But like but if I were to rebrand, it feels like I'm starting over. So do I still do it? I mean, I have the new brand logo already. Now you have other forms of two-factor authentication. Okay, so we don't need ID anymore. That's good. I can't. I spent too much money on North American Maple Story and NA Maple Story. There's thousands of dollars in my account. I cannot. I have sunk cost fallacy. Tell me to start over. I cannot. Free mental endurance rocks for anyone feeling down today. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Monochrome Liberator. Free mental endurance rocks for everybody here. You'll need to show the design. Which one? The Maple Story one? Are we still on Maple? Oh, you're talking about the logo. So there's several. None of them are confirmed yet. None of them have been. I don't even know. I don't even have permission right now from the artist if I can show it. I need permission from them first before I can show it. But maybe I can get permission today. I need to finish something up for them as well. So I'm gonna get something done for them today. That's another task on my task list, guys. That's number 18. Oh, that's number 18 on the task list. Okay, yeah, if I were to finish whatever I need to get to them, then I can request for permission to show you guys, and then you guys maybe can choose for me, because I can't choose. I don't know which design to go for. So and then we could do a poll. What are you rebranding to? So I'm just getting rid of the Cressix and the X in my name, but Ark is staying. So it's gonna be just a singular word, which will be a lot easier to search up. At the same time, I don't know if I want to do that because right now, specifically, I might rebrand like later on. Is because I recently, like all of my business cards, guys. Here's the thing. The last few times I've been at art booths, at artist alleys, and I was selling artwork, my business cards they disappear so quickly. So like, I remember ordering 200 business cards. By the first day, 100 business cards were gone. By the second day, another 100 business cards were gone. Hi, Nora. Welcome in. Oh, give me huggies. Oh, thank you. I'm just talking about my business cards. But by the second day, all of my business cards were gone, and I had to take one for myself so that I could stick it on my booth so that people can just take a picture of it instead of grabbing it and go. So this time, I was like, I'm going to order 2,000 business cards just for the future, because ordering more is always cheaper than ordering less. So I ended up ordering 2,000 business cards, guys. So all of those business cards have my name on it. They all say X_Ark_Cressix, and all of my links on the business card is also my current name. So I cannot rebrand until I get rid of all those business cards because the business cards are expensive. They're really expensive, guys. And I'm like, there is no way I spent this much money just for me to rebrand and get rid of an entire stack. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of business cards. So I can't do it. So I'm still on the fence. I'm like, if I were to rebrand, I have to get rid of all this first. You'll take some? They actually look really nice too. Let me show you guys a picture. Do I have a picture of it? I know it's like, it's on my Instagram somewhere. It's also on, yeah, it's also on Twitter. Oh, my tummy. Every time I cough, my abs hurt. Doing too many ab exercises. Let's see, where are they? Scroll all the way down. Has it really been that long? I feel like it hasn't. No, it has been that long. And then I haven't went to an artist alley. I haven't boothed in a while. Yeah, and I really like this artist for... Oops, let me save image. I really like this artist that did my logo as well. So I'm like, I would hate to just get rid of this logo because they spent so much time on it. It was even animated, but they don't take commissions anymore because they're a student. I remember the commission was a little bit late and I said it was fine because they were in the middle of exams. So they're like they're really hardworking student and they want to prioritize student life. And I'm like, I get it. So now I can never commission them again because their commissions are always closed. It sucks, guys. Anyways, here it is. See if I can pull it up. Ah, this picture's really big. So this is the logo that they did for me. This one here. I'm gonna have to rotate it. These are my business cards, and they're glossy in some areas. And so I spent extra money just to add the gloss on it, right? With the logo and the border. And this is my own artwork. So yeah, they're really nice. I have 2,000 of these, right? It's cool. It's really cool. That's what people take it because they come to my table. They're like, there's no like character that you've drawn that I like to purchase, but maybe in the future, I would like to get like artwork, right? I would like to come back to this table and get it. I'm like, here's my business card with all my links in the back of it. And there's also my VGen if you want to commission me. Like it's all in here, right? So everybody takes it. It would be, right? It would be a shame if I got rid of all 2,000 of these. Can I buy some? Not gonna lie, they're so good. Maybe I'll add these on. I'm not gonna let you guys buy them because they're just business cards, but like with every purchase, I can just shove this in because that's what I did with, like at the artist alleys as well. When people were buying stuff from me, I was like, here's a business card, and I would shove it in a bag. So I wouldn't mind giving these out for free. I'm not gonna make you guys buy these. They're meant to be given out for free. That's why so many disappeared. Because people kept taking them. Please add them to online orders in the future. I think I will. I think I will. But it also means that I gotta wait for the rebranding. It also means I gotta hurry up with the opening up the online store. It's actually taking a long time because there's so many paperwork that has to go in it. There's like provincial paperwork and then there's like national paperwork. There's like two different registries that I go through and then I have to do another one with imports and exports. So that's why I was like, I'm not getting sleep, guys, because I'm making phone calls everywhere. I'm filling out forms, I'm sending them off, and then like I'm realizing that sometimes I'm like, I don't even have the proper information to fill this out. So I'm like calling this company and that company and calling this and that, and I'm like, oh, this is the headache and a half. I understand now why people don't bother with it and they're like, let me just go with Uwu Market. Let's just, I mean, I'm still on Uwu Market, but it's like, let me just stick with some third-party people to help me do all my merch because this is so much work to do. Importing and exporting specifically because they're like, we're gonna hold on to your items until you have the information. And I'm like, oh no, not like this. Yeah, those are my business cards. And it's a lot easier to sell stuff at conventions though. So I've been doing a little bit of research as well on which conventions are open, which ones I should go to. And it's hard right now to do any like international conventions because it's hard to bring merch along with me. Especially when you go through security and the security is like, or customs, and they're like, what is this that you have in your suitcase? And it's just like a whole bunch of charms or a whole bunch of stuff that looks like it could be sold in a shop. And they're like, are you doing business here? So like that's like something I gotta consider as well. Whoa, thank you for the 100 bits. Ah, thank you for the follow, Castro. Welcome in. But yeah, I'm trying to sign up for a lot of the local conventions around me so that I can sell stuff there instead of like going to different places and different parts of the world. I have a friend who sells in the States. Like she's going back and forth. She's in Japan, but then she goes to the States to sell. She also sells in Canada, and she like goes around all over the world. But in order for her to do that, in order for her to sell, she has to import the items directly to the other country. So she can't bring it along in a suitcase. She has to talk to the supplier, have the supplier bring it over to the country, and then have a friend in that country hold on to the merchandise for her so that it's easier to bring along to the convention itself. And so she has like her warehouses or her friends' places. And I'm like, there's no way I can do that. It's too much work. And I don't want to like bother people about it. Another ARK month. Whoa, 19 months. Thank you for the 19 months of support, Danish. Yippee! So anybody here who are thinking about becoming convention artists and going around different conventions to sell their merch or their acrylic charms or whatever it is, like that's one thing you gotta consider is bringing merch. Like how are you supposed to bring all of your 100 prints to another country? You can't, it's hard. Or your 5,000 acrylic charms or whatever it is. It's hard. So I'm like, for now, I'll just stick with Canada. I'll just stick with this country, and I'll look for conventions around to sell things, and then maybe I'll see you guys there. But otherwise, I thought about like the States, and I was like, And then now shipping to the States is super expensive as well. It's hard. It's a rough life out there for artists. It probably is for a lot of different positions and jobs out there as well, but still. Amazing, I'm still here. Right? I can't believe it either that some of you guys have been here for more than a year. Some of you guys have been here since the very beginning, when I first started streaming, a year and a half ago. Actually, no, because I do that too, because I've been following people for years as well, and I'm like, wait, how do I do it? We do love ARK in these parts. Aw, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's been a hot second. I knew thought for way longer than I've been streaming. Been seeing thought around everywhere. Hi, Groove. Welcome in. Good morning. Happy Saturday. This week is a week of chores, by the way. Everybody should do chores on a weekend, just because weekdays are so busy for everyone. That's how you get chores in. So instead of going, oh, the weekend is for games, no. Prioritize your chores. Prioritize the things that are important in your life first before playing games. Shipping got a lot tougher as the cross-border shippers, which are much cheaper than Canada Post, have stricter requirements and forms to fill out. Yeah, they're like, okay, you gotta register at this other thing. And I'm like, wait, what? I can't just register with like the government, with the Canadian government and my provincial government. I have to register somewhere else as well with shipping and exporting. Like, how many accounts do I need for everything? And in order to like register for accounts, they're like, we need all of this information, which you don't have right now. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine, that's okay. I get it. I get it. And then you gotta like think about taxes as well. Because if you ship to other countries, it's like you might have to tax other people, or you have to like figure out taxes and how taxes is gonna work there, which I haven't done yet. And I'm like, for information, if you guys are ever doing this, if you're in Canada as well, if you make less than 30K in goods and Yeah, just in goods in general, selling goods, right? You don't need to think about taxes. If you sell more than that, then you have to start thinking about taxes. Work is a lot of work. What? Yeah, work is a lot of work. Work is work. Work is work. This is me getting stressed now. I'm like playing with the tissue paper on my desk and ripping it to shreds. I have to stop doing this. I need a fidget toy. I need one of these toys where it's just I can just fiddle around with during these just chatting streams. So I'm not like ripping out things on my desk or like drawing all over my notebook and you just see a whole bunch of scribbles. No time for chores. Need to play Enfield and grind Polychrome for the Angels of Delusion and Zen the Zone Zero. Oh yeah, the Angels of Delusion are coming out. I have to play Zen the Zone Zero as well. You mean chores in those games? Because those are chores as well. Grinding in games is a chore. Hmm. The sensory slugs. What are those? Sensory slugs. Oh, is it? Wait, there's the ones that are like bouncy, and then there's these ones. I've seen these around. Oh, you're talking. Okay, it's these ones that you're the segmented ones. I feel that these are great to play with, but they don't work with my aesthetic. Because I'm super picky when it comes to what things look like in the toys on my desk. Like the little things I fidget with on my desk. Like they have to have a certain aesthetic, and this ain't it. But they do look fun. Here they are. These ones. I need something that's like a muted color. If this comes in black and white, then I'd be like, yeah, okay. They sound incredible too. I want one. But I need it to be black and white or gray. Gray in color. I need to get the fidget tesseract. What is the fidget? What's a fidget tesseract? Is that even a thing? I also want a fidget tesseract. You know those infinity cubes? That's what it reminds me of. Oh my god. Wait, it's an actual thing. Wait, I want one. Wait, what? Get a gyroscope? A fidget spinner with the Arknight's character eye in the center? I want one of those too. There's a lot of things I want that I can't buy. Definitely check out the Zen Zone Zero live stream from yesterday. We got so much good stuff in 2.6. Ooh, I'm still in Bellabog. I'm still in the beginning of the game. This is gonna take me forever to get there. I'm still playing Enfield as well. Guys, I have no time. I don't have time to play games. Sad. The one that Loki is looking for. Yeah, the Tesseract. The Marvel Tesseract. Who had it in the end? His sister? Forgot. A gyroscope. What's a gyroscope? Gyroscope. I actually really like these two. I need to look for something. I need to like go online and find something. So like I have Amazon Prime, which is really nice because no, I have like an Amazon credit card, right? Which if everybody purchases stuff on Amazon frequently, like what I do, because I have to keep buying like cat food. I have a subscription to cat foods on Amazon. And so if it's like that, they keep giving you credits. Like if you spend a certain amount, it will give you some money back. So I'm like, what if I just use that extra credits for getting a fidget toy? Getting a gyroscope or getting a tesseract. What is it? A fidget tesseract. Like that would look really good on my desk. This is what I mean by aesthetic, is that I need everything around me to look really nice. Like everything has to match. Everything has to be in the same color. Maybe it's just my OCD talking to me, but it's like if there is even a color that's slightly off, it pisses me off. Like right now, I have this Kuromi Chikawa on my desk, which is really cute, but I'm like, you're purple. That pisses me off. You're the only thing on my desk that's purple right now, and it pisses me off. Go away, but at the same time, it's so cute that I have to keep it here. It has to stay. Why is every background you have a meteorological disaster from snow indoors to water damage classrooms? Why not? It's more fun that way, isn't it? If everything was normal and everything looked like it was acting fine and regular, right? You wouldn't be questioning, you wouldn't be asking these questions, and you wouldn't have, I don't know, it wouldn't be interesting to look at. Because why is there water floating in a classroom? Now you have all these thoughts in your head, right? It's a nice look. There's a story going on here. I can give you one. I could tell you that there is a crack in the ceiling, and last night there was a heavy thunderstorm. No, there's a typhoon, and it flooded this entire classroom. Yeah, the kids can't go to school because their classrooms are flooded, so now they're all at home. It's the pee room. Ew! Ew! No, don't give me that idea. Everyone came in here to pee. This is all piss behind me right now. It's just piss. It smells like shit. Is Art currently in PH? No, I'm not. What do you mean by PH? When I see PH, I think of the piss house. Am I in the piss house? No. No, it's just water. It's just rainwater, guys. Don't let me think it's pee because what is it? The more you manifest something, but the more it becomes real. And then every time I bring up this classroom, you guys are gonna be like, oh, Ark's in the piss room again. No! Essentially, this 3D printed Rubik's Cube with a whole bunch of fidgety bits and various textures. Don't know the real name, but good lord. I think it's probably Infinity Cube. I think that's what it is. The Fidget Tesseract. I was looking at the Infinity Cube with a whole bunch of stuff on it. I think it's Infinity Cube. I think that's what it is. Oh, in the Philippines. Is it always flooded and always humid? Are you guys doing okay there? Anybody in the Philippines right now? You guys doing okay? With the flooding? Because once it starts flooding in Canada, it's like pretty much over for you. Because our houses are not like meant for counteracting the floods. So when it starts flooding, we get basements, okay? We have basements here. Our basements get flooded, and everybody here uses their basements as storage space for storage. So like there's multiple instances in the last year where we never get floods, but when we do, like this last year we have gotten floods, and people's basements have gotten like flooded. So all of their items got wet. And it's not like regular flooding, it's back flooding. So let me explain to you guys what back flooding is. It's when there's so much water in the sewers that the sewer water comes up from the what are they called? The vents on the floor in the basement. Yeah, it's back flooded sewer water, so it smells like shit. And that floods the entire basement, and your walls get moldy, right? Your stuff gets moldy, so you gotta throw out everything in the basement. You can't use them anymore, and then you gotta get everything mold treated, and that costs like a shit ton of money, like thousands of dollars, because your walls are moldy now. You can't just dry the basement wall because there's no like air circulation in basements. Yeah, it's just shit. It's back flooded shit. So yeah, we don't flooding is like really scary in Canada. There's a cruise that was stranded in the water for weeks. It was dubbed the poop cruise for understandable reasons. Ooh. Is it sanitary to just throw it out into the water? Ugh. That happened to the neighborhood where my hair cutter lives last year. They realized very quickly, so they avoided a lot of damage. Oh, thank God for that. Because I knew people who were at work They were working, and only when they came home did they realize that their entire basement was flooded. And they couldn't recover anything. Everything was gone. So we got really lucky here, where we also got a bit of flooding, but it's not too much. So only one room got sort of flooded. So we had to like mold treat that room. That's why we didn't have a Christmas tree this year, a proper Christmas tree, because the tree got moldy. And mold is really dangerous because mold spores get everywhere. And so we gotta throw that shit out because it's also poisonous. You don't want to breathe in the mold spores. So we had to get rid of the entire Christmas tree, got rid of everything Christmas related. And then this year we ended up just buying a tiny ass Christmas tree because like my entire household is moving this year, right? Like we're all moving out. And we're like, we're not gonna buy a big ass Christmas tree to use for the next years, and we don't know who's gonna take it. It was a tiny one. And then one of my housemates is like, yeah, let's decorate it with Chikawa and Hachiwari plushies. So we got a Hachiwari Christmas tree this year. Do mold spores enter the human lungs? They do, yeah. It's toxic for us. It's really bad. Anything that's moldy, just throw it out right away. Because it doesn't just, I mean, for human lungs, it's like toxic for us, but like once it gets into the walls, it's really dangerous because the walls get moldy and it's hard to get rid of mold in walls, especially if your walls are porous and they sink the roots in, and then now your entire house is like full of toxic mold. That's when you see black mold in a house, like that's dangerous. Get rid of it, like get rid of that entire wall and then treat it. You have to hire someone to like get rid of it. Don't just use bleach, because once it's like black, there's like a huge spot of black mold, it's pretty much over. Bleach cannot kill it. Somehow I'm reminded of one of the Junji Ito short mangas with mold entering human lungs. That feels like a horror thing too. No, wait, it definitely is a horror thing. It's already happening with the bugs. You guys know about the age of mycology, right? Like what's happening right now in the world? Where the world is just heating by a tiny bit. The temperature is rising just a tiny bit, but that tiny bit is causing all of the mushrooms to grow faster and to grow a lot more. So the mushrooms, the fungi, they are taking over the bodies of bugs. And mushrooms and fungi, if you guys do a little bit of research on them, you know that mushrooms have, like, they're really smart. Not like, you know, they don't have the same functions as us, right? Like a brain, but they're able to navigate spaces and they're able to min-max navigation. Like the entire subway line in Japan is based off mold. It's just fungi. Wait, what is it? Okay, let me Google this. Japanese subway system and fungus. So it's slime mold. Okay, it's not the subway system that's based off slime mold. Is that the slime mold? No, it was. So slime mold is used to organize Japan's train network because it was able to min-max all the lines. It knows the best way to navigate to places. So they use slime mold for it because it was so smart. So like the mold is taking over bugs' bodies because they just do that. They're like parasites. And so we get zombie bugs. We get zombified bugs. There's this one really creepy looking documentary on snail. And there's one fungi that takes over a snail's body. And like it goes into the snail's eyes. I keep saying slug, but it's a snail. And it starts moving the snail around. And it makes it so that the snail goes up from the ground and it becomes a predator or a prey for the predators, for the birds, because the birds see that it's moving. It's like making all these funky patterns in the eyes, and the bird eats it, and the fungi enters the birds' bodies, and the birds poop it out, and then that's how it spreads. That's how it becomes like it's like a apocalypse situation for the bugs. But yeah, it's the age of mycology. The bugs are experiencing zombie apocalypse as we speak, but in the form of mushrooms. They're turning to zombies. A bit of a hunt. Let's see what I can't see chat right now. There we go. A bit of a hunt, but I found a short video of the fidget tesseract I was looking for. Wasn't an infinite cube for some reason. It's a shit post. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Shit posts. Wait, hold on. That's massive. It's a Rubik's cube. It's a big fused Rubik's cube. That's too big for me. I need something smaller. I need something that can fit in my hand. Right now I'm playing with a bamboo figurine. I have this one right here. Bang Boo from Zenless Zone Zero. How do I... Can't spell broccoli correctly. I spelled broccoli with an O at the end. It's broccolo. Broccoli. Oh, Google's not working. Never mind. I can't show you guys. Taking a while to load. But just imagine a bamboo with a broccoli head. So they just made it big for the video. Oh, so it's small. You can make it smaller. You can make it? Dropped it, sorry. Huh. There's a lot on there. Or maybe I just need a Rubik's Cube. I only know how to get to the second stage of a Rubik's Cube. I don't know how to get to the third. I mean, I've done the third before, but like I always forget the actual sequence of it. Because it's not really... I mean, I guess it kind of is using your brain, but like once you know the pattern, you can just do it really fast. That's why you have like Rubik's competitions, because people just memorize the sequences. You just know. Just know where it goes. Or if you memorize Rubik's Cube and exactly where all the colors are, then you can just do it in your head. You can solve a Rubik's Cube with your eyes closed. Will fungi be the end of us all someday? I guess I'm just really glad that fungi hasn't evolved to a point where they can take over human bodies. We still get fungi infections. So people can still get fungi infections in the lungs, and we can also get fungi infections in our skin. So like a lot of people get fungi infections in between their nails or the toenails. You get like fungi feet, right? Fungi is also the cause of a lot of people's acne, right? So we do get fungi infections, but they haven't taken over our brains. So as long as it doesn't take over our brains, I think we're fine. I think we'll be okay. But I hope that they never evolve to a point where they do, yeah, like athlete's foot. That's what it is. That they never take over our brains, because then we're actually gonna get a zombie apocalypse. Because they're doing that to the bugs already. They're taking over the bugs' bodies. Why would they need to take over our brains? They just need to hit the nervous system, or that, yeah, I guess so, or the nervous system, which is tied to the brain, which is tied to the rest of our bodies, and then it's over. It's over for us. Jokes on the fungi. I have no brain for them to take over, but you do have a nervous system. Haha. It does also remind me of the zombie fungus that The Last of Us base thirsts off of. It takes over ants and makes them climb up so the spore can spread. Oh, is that what Last of Us is about? Yeah, it's a real idea. That's cool. I actually never got into Last of Us. I didn't get into the show. I didn't get into the games. A horrible manga called Island of Giant Insects, and there's a cordyceps? What's a cordyceps? An ophiocordyceps. A unilaterus. How do you remember this word? That is a whole two big words that I never seen before in my entire life. Ew, what is this? Is it the thing in Last of Us? Ew, it's a zombie ant fungus. I'm not going to show a picture on screen because it's disgusting, and you guys don't need to be... I don't want to subject you guys to the fungi ant, but it's literally just like it's a fungi that's attached to an ant growing out of its body. There's mushrooms on the ant itself, and it's just moving a dead ant around. Let's go on the wiki. An Cordyceps unilaterus, commonly known as zombie ant fungus, is an insect pathogenic fungus discovered by a British national blah 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 blah. The fungi thrive in warm, humid environments. Yeah, it's just fungi taking over an ant's body. Oh, here it is. Infected hosts leave their canopy nests, foraging trails for their forest floor, an area with temperature and humidity suitable for fungal growth. Then they use their mandibles to attach themselves to a major vein in the underside of a leaf, where the host remains after its eventual death. The process takes up to 4 to 10 days and includes a reproductive stage where fruiting bodies grow from ant's head, rupturing to release the fungus spores. Oh, God. I hate parasites. I hate the thought of parasites. The fun guy is not a fun guy. Yeah. The fun guy is not a fun guy. Going to eat them till I turn to zombie. Ew, no. Like, what? Can they take over human bodies? Is this a thing? Humans. What if I just search up humans? Our bodies have a complex immune system that prevents it. So it can infect and manipulate insects, but it can't affect human bodies because it's not the right environment for the fungi. But can they evolve? Are they able to evolve? I hope not. Let's see. When we go out in nature, we actually inhale thousands of fungal spores. Most of the time, it doesn't cause problems in healthy people. Okay. As long as it doesn't mutate, we're good. Suddenly gets paranoid. What if they mutate? What if we become zombies? The first Last of Us is worth playing. Oh. I'm like, I don't have time for it. I think if anything, I might watch someone play it, but it's such an old game now that like nobody streams it. Going to eat them until I turn zombie? Are you sure? We're gonna do that? Water? Thank you. It's more of an obsession than being mind controlled. So would you say it's the same as rabies? Because rabies is kind of like that. Where rabies sets in a human body and then they convince our bodies that water is bad. That water is really bad for us and we shouldn't drink it. The moment we drink water, we just throw it all up. And we become super scared of water. So it's kind of like rabies. But at least we can control rabies. And there are rabies injections and vaccines and whatever. The fear of water. Hydrophobia. Don't get me started on the horsehair worm, which is hosted and hosted by praying mantis and manipulates them to go into water so it can leave and give birth. Oh, I've seen those before. I also heard that you can't save a praying mantis from a horsehair worm. You guys should all watch that video. It's traumatizing. A video of a horsehair worm leaving a mantis's body. Because a horsehair worm doesn't just look like a worm. It looks like some eldritch being. It has like multiple strands. It's called horsehair because it looks like hair. And it like the moment it leaves the body, it starts like going in multiple directions, right? Because it has like multiple, I'm gonna call them limbs, right? But they're not limbs. It's not just one singular worm. It's like some weird starfish looking thing. It is gross. We can only control rabies if you get vaccinated before it reaches your brain. If it gets there, you're dead. Oh, God. Then what would you, how do you cure, wait, hold on. How do you cure someone with rabies? There's no effective treatment. The disease usually causes death. Oh. It's critical to contact your healthcare provider immediately so that preventative treatment can be started. In And it involves multiple injections. Oh god. It's lethal. Oh. There is no cure, Ark. Guys, be careful. Don't get bit by an animal with rabies. Be careful. You're gonna turn to a zombie. I had enough of that kind of terror watching someone make a guitar where the strings are held under tension with a big magnet. Oh. That would scare the crap out of me too. It's gonna snap. I'm gonna think, oh god, it's gonna snap. I'm gonna eat my yogurt at another time. I'm sorry, this is such a weird conversation. This is such a scary topic that we're talking about. You can treat it, but by the time you see symptoms, it's too late. Okay, okay. I see. Rabid animals are scary. Raccoons, guys, are scary. Rabid wolves are scary. You also made an octopus play piano. Who did? Who was making an octopus play piano? Wait, I was watching a video like that where someone tried to make an octopus play piano. I mean, they were using like highlighted or keys that lit up or something. You watched that video too? It was interesting. And then I watched another piano one where like someone made a piano that lit up keys. Yeah. Mattias Krantz, is that his name? A Swedish musician. Oh yeah, it's this guy. He did the okay, he was the one who made the magnet thing on the guitar. He just does a lot of stuff. Paintball piano. These things scare me. Is this one with guns? Oh my god. Are these guns? And a piano? This is this is another way to make content. It is interesting to watch. I have this issue that I deal with a lot where like I don't remember content creators' names anymore. Like you just watch one of their oh, it's a paintball gun, that's what it is. You just watch their content, but you don't have that connection of the content with the actual person, like with their name. But I should start doing that more often, where the moment I watch something, I should probably look at the person who made it. But this just like the internet's fueled with so much information and so much content, this you just don't make those connections anymore. I think that's where our current algorithm lies, right? Is that your follower count doesn't matter. Your followers don't matter, your subscribers don't matter. It's a way to connect with businesses and for sponsorships. The numbers matter there. But it doesn't matter to the general audience anymore because even if you follow someone, you're not going to get their content shown up on your feed. Type shit for real. Yes, Kate. Yes, Kate. Do not realize the magnet guitar guy is a piano string guy. See, this is what I mean, right? Like we don't attach the people to the actual content anymore. Because no matter, even if you were to subscribe to someone, even if you were to follow that one person or that one content creator, all of their content doesn't show up on your feed. That's the new YouTube algorithm. So if your video or if your live stream doesn't have enough value for people to click on it, even if someone's following you, they're not going to see your live stream. They're not going to see your video content. It's all about content pushing now, and it's not about creator content or creator pushing. CCV matters more most of the time. In streaming, yeah. But with algorithm, CCV matters when it comes to sponsorships and to make or to create contracts with other companies, mostly sponsorships. But CCV doesn't matter when it comes to pushing content to viewers. It matters on Twitch because Twitch still has the same type of algorithm there. It hasn't really changed, but YouTube's algorithm has changed a lot. Same with how Twitter works now, same with how Instagram works now. Even if you're to follow some people, their content may not show up on your feed. I just watched Twitch, so the concept's wild to me. It's really interesting, right? The way how internet content has changed over time. And the algorithms constantly changing because the company behind all these algorithms are thinking, how do I make the viewers stay on my platform for longer? So they're always trying to push other people's content at you, even though you don't follow them and even if you don't subscribe to them, because they're related to the things that you watch. So if you are like me, for instance, where every single one of your live streams or every single one of your YouTube videos are like have a different subject or have a different touch on a different niche, right? It's not gonna get pushed anywhere. It's not, unless people are like, unless you got a really tight community and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna follow this person for their everyday content. But for someone who casually watches someone like me, it's not gonna get pushed anywhere. Unless the only thing I do is like, if every single day I were to stream art, or if every single day I were to stream Enfield, that content will keep getting pushed to people, which is why a lot of content creators are going into the direction of, I'm just going to do one thing and one thing only. Like riches in the niches is what people call it, because they only do one thing. So if they only do a certain thing and if the viewers only watch a certain thing, they're going to, all of their content is going to be pushed to them. The variety is bad now, which is why I don't subscribe to people on YouTube anymore. I reply on algorithm. Yeah, YouTube has noticed that. They're like, yeah, people don't actually care for other content that other people make. They actually only care about the content, like the actual value in the videos, which is why our algorithms have turned into that. It's one massive career trap. It is. You like variety streamers? I feel like you're one of the how do I say it? One of those people, like a lot of people don't view content like you, Moogie, where people just go on the internet and they're like, what should I watch now? So even if you're to follow someone, right, you're like probably actively searching for that one person to look at their content specifically, but a lot of people don't do that. And so I was watching this one guy talk about this because he used to be a really big YouTuber, but he says that all of his views have dropped off, and it's because everyone in the comments who were watching that video was like, oh yeah, I never actually see this guy's content on my feed anymore, even though I'm subscribed to them, even though I follow them. And it's because the algorithm says that this guy's content doesn't match with whatever they're currently watching, so they don't push it to their feed. And that's why I'm like, I quit Twitter because of that. Because I'm like, I don't want to just talk about one thing all the time. Like every time I tweet, it went to a point where I'm like, how do I use certain buzzwords so that you guys are seeing my tweets? And I'm like, this is such a headache to do. I'm like, I'd rather just tweet regularly, right? But the only way I can do that is just to get out of that algorithm mentality, because it's super cringe and I hate it. I hate how I became that type of person. So I'm like, let me just get off Twitter and let me just go on Blue Sky, where there's no real, the modern algorithm. It astounds me because I just get in the routine of checking channels without even having an account to subscribe. I feel like everybody needs to get into that habit. Like I want to do that because I value the content creator themselves a lot and not just their content, right? So like when you guys mentioned Maddie's Crayons, I was like, who is that? And then I go, wait, hold on. I should probably memorize their names because I do like their content. But it only gets pushed to me when I watch similar content to whatever that they're making. Yeah, ew, Twitter. Ew, Twitter. I've been saying ew, Twitter in my head for the past month. Like, Twitter is great for corporations. Welcome back, guys. The ads. But Twitter is great for making connections, for networking, with getting sponsorships, with pushing your brand out there. Because people who want to have a sponsorship with you will be like, all right, how many followers does this person have? It's a number. How big is the number? if I like the number, then I'll give them my sponsorship kind of thing. But it doesn't help with connecting with your community because your community ain't going to see your stuff anyway. So I'm like, if my community isn't looking at my stuff, right? Because you guys are following me because you like my content. I'm going to assume that there's no hate watchers here. I'm going to assume that nobody here are hate watchers, right? That if you guys aren't going to see my stuff, then what's the point? What's the point of tweeting? What's the point of like posting my life updates? So I'm like, let me just move. Let me leave. All of you guys are hate watching right now. No, just a whole bunch of hate watchers here. Potato might be a hate watcher. You're right. I could be a hate watcher. You can be, but you don't want to, right? You don't want to be a hate watcher, right? A sleep watcher. I'll take a sleep watcher over a hate watcher. You can watch me while you sleep. Damn, this Ark Classics girl is like going off about Twitter again. Not again. She's always going off about Twitter. Oh my gosh, she's so annoying. It's not even about content to me. I just watch people who think are nice to talk to. I mean, that's essentially at the day, that is content, right? My stream, the fact that I'm talking to you, this is part of my content. It's not all I do, right? But it's like it's a subcategory of the content that I do. You love watch streamers. Everybody should love watch streamers. I hate watch some games they play. What's wrong with the games they play? I did see some comments going, I will never watch a Minecraft stream. Does that happen with me too? I'm just thinking about it. I had to take a break and be like, do I hate watch games? Not maybe like in the maybe before I was like, I'll watch this person, but I hate the game they play. But nowadays I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm never gonna play this game, so I might as well just watch them play it. I'll watch them play it so that I don't have to play it because this game looks like crap. This game looks like crap to me. The Ark art. Can't forget about the Ark art. Ark art. Yeah, the Ark art is part of my content as well. When you like a streamer, but they put on Roblox. Okay, to be fair, Roblox is kind of interesting to watch, where I will never play Roblox. Like, you could put Roblox in front of me, you could pay me $50 to play Roblox, and I'll be like, no, I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. Right? That's not a game that I want to play, but if someone there is playing it, if one of the streamers I watch is playing it, I'll be like, okay, show me what this is about. I'm never gonna touch it. So I am kind of curious, but I'm never gonna touch it. I actually, with League of Legends, it's interesting the fact that you bring out League of Legends because I love watching League of Legends. I watch Worlds. I used to watch Worlds. I used to go out and watch Worlds at the theater. I would pay a ticket to watch Worlds, to watch League of Legends tourneys, right? But I would never play it. Like, it's so toxic, I would never play it. But in the esports genre, right? In esports, just watching professionals play it, it's really interesting. It's like watching basketball. Like, I don't like watching sports, guys. I hate watching basketball. I hate watching volleyball. Like, I don't really give a crap about physical sports. But for some reason, when it comes to League of Legends, I'm like, I'm in. I'm locked in. I don't know what it is about it. I hate watch the Enfield streams because I love watching streams. You enjoy Enfield. I love Enfield. That's true. I feel like with Enfield, there's a lot of like, it's hard to enjoy Enfield if you aren't playing Enfield yourself because it does get kind of technical with the mechanics and stuff. But I've always been an Enfield enjoy and I'm always into Arc Knights. Like, I feel like over the past year, I've catered an audience for variety streams where when I first started streaming, I was thinking of just going straight into just Arc Knights and Enfield. But then Enfield took a year and a half to release. I had to wait another year and a half when I first started streaming. This is why you guys are getting variety streams now. If Enfield came out on the day I started streaming, you guys would be seeing Enfield streams like every single day. It would have been all Enfield. Most sports are snooze fest to watch. Kind of, yeah. You just see a ball going back and forth. That's why I hate them. Like, you're right. I don't like watching sports because it's boring. It's just a ball going back and forth. I feel like a cat. You know when you wave a little wand, one of those cat wands in front of it, and it just goes, that's me. That's me. And I'm like, how do people enjoy this? I don't. With League of Legends, you have like different skills. It's like actually, it's like watching fireworks, right? There's like so many colors on the screen. There's so many skills that you can use. Maybe sports is like that too, because you're like, oh yeah, this guy did some like cool technique on the field, but like it doesn't register in my brain because I'm so game coded that I don't know what I'm looking at. You hate factories. I love factories. I love I love making factories. The factory must grow. We cannot not convince a full-grown adult watches a whole football match and says this is fun. Look, guys, the majority of people out there are like that. I promise you. Like, you go out there. Okay, Moogie, you're like that too. Moogie watches sports, but everyone I've talked to that aren't into games, that aren't into I don't know, anime or anything, enjoy sports. I would go to my 9 to 5 job, right? And everyone's like, "Oh, you want to watch the what is it? The Raptors game with us? You want to watch the I don't know, the football game with me?" And I'm like, "No." Why would I want to do that? And everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, I want to come along." And I was like, "Yeah, how? I'm just gonna fall asleep." I don't say that though. But I just go, I'm not gonna watch that. Like, even though it is a team bonding experience, my entire department is going to watch this game, this sports game. It's just me. I'm being like the introvert, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go home. Got to a point where I'm like, I just stopped talking to people at work because everyone's just talking about freaking sports all the time. Watching streamers is like watching sports for most people. Is it like that? I wonder. Maybe it is. If I think that if you play sports, you might get it a bit. If you play soccer, right, or if you play football and you watch a football match, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I understand what this guy's doing. I understand why he's doing this, right? And then you start analyzing all the not the characters. Sorry, I'm so like game coded. You start analyzing all the players, and you're like, oh, I see why they did this and why they did that, and why this is important. You played football too, Ark? Yeah, when I was a wee little dragon, I did, but like not anymore. Yeah, the characters. The characters on the field. I get so bored watching football, it actually gives me a headache. Watch something else. Yeah, me too. I can't do it. Sometimes I go to a bar, and like for some reason, some bars just end up turning into a sports bar because it gets to a point in the middle of the night where people just whip out like the sports game on the big TV, then the entire bar is just staring at the TV, and I'm like, I'm here to like just talk to people, but everyone's got their eyes on the big ass screen. Nobody's talking to each other. And I'm like, it's time for me to leave. It's time to go. The analyzing is why I enjoy watching baseball again, but Jays only. Are you a Jays fan? When it comes to like Jays here, everyone's like really into it. I always avoid the city when the Jays start playing because all the subway lines are crowded, all the traffic's insane. But it's like everyone here are into sports. Everybody. Vacuum bars, if a certain team is playing, they focus on that. I hate it. I hate it when that happens. I'm like, I'm here to talk to people, talk to my friends, and everyone's eyes are glued to the screen. They need to make anime. I think so too. But how about we just remove TVs from bars and we just talk to people, right? How about that? I prefer that over anything else. Like a TV is nice just to have background noise, but like please, please, if you're gonna watch anime, just like go home and watch it. We show Arc. I'm on the screen here at the bar. That's scary. The hell? That's true. Is this do you work at a streamer bar? Now, please tell me that there's like other people on the TV as well. It's not just me. I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. I don't like the spotlight. Why not have a jukebox then? A jukebox is good. Are you working right now, Danish? Am I on the TV right now? Oh god. No! 7 TVs, each one is ARC stream. 13, sorry, 13 TVs, each one is an ARC stream. That's scary. That reminds me of one of the security rooms where there's a whole bunch of TVs and you're just, it's one of those stalker rooms, right? Where like you're just looking at what this person's doing and every single stream or every single monitor is like that person doing something. I sort of feel like I sort of feel this at Hangouts. I want to play multiple multiplayer video games or board games, but we get stuck watching YouTube videos. Oh boy. Yeah, and everyone's just live reacting to YouTube videos, and you're like, come on, guys. We need some team bonding here. We need some friend bonding. What I actually enjoy is bringing friends over, and we're just sitting at like a big dining table, and we just talk. Eventually, we do take out some board games, but there is no TV. There's no computer around because the computer is just a distraction. So we kind of just like talk to each other about like life stuff. We do a little bit of catch up. And only when there's nothing to talk about, then we whip out the board games. Like there's always board games in the corner of the table just in case like we all get bored. But it's always like that. Or I feel like most of these days it's turned into a TCG pack opening session where everyone's like bringing their Pokemon cards. Everyone has their Pokemon cards. Everyone's like, let me just open up all my packs in the gatherings together. Because we old. Is that it? Is that just an old thing? No, I feel like younger people should do that too. Gambling at the table. Put Ark's house up on the monitor, time to observe. No, that's stalker behavior. Never do that. Don't do that. That's how you get arrested. That's when they call the cops on you. You get a restraining order. You have slightly different delay from each other, so it's like a stadium filled with Arks. No! No, that's terrifying! It's fun for a while, and I don't want to do that whole time. That's true. That's true. Maybe like watch one video, and then just talk for the rest of it. But not for like a few hours, because then you can just be like, let me just do that at home. Just sit in voice chat on Discord with your friends and someone stream a video and we all watch it. Because that's what I do sometimes in my voice chats on Discord, where someone just streams something, we all watch it in silence. Like you don't need a gathering for that. You just do it on Discord. But you can't really play board games on Discord. I mean, you can if everyone has Tabletop Simulator, but like that requires everyone to buy Tabletop Simulator and get the same games. And it's also a different experience playing online than it is in real life. You have money for Pokemon cards? No, I don't, but everyone else does. So I just sit there and I watch. And then they go, hey, Ark, want to open this up for me? And I go, okay. and then we all do like card openings. I open up other people's packs. But it's because everyone works like 9 to 5 and I don't. That's my own fault. Let's hang out in a quiet, comfy place and talk. Really? No young people would say that? I have to talk to someone who's like younger. I need to know what the college students and the university students are doing these days. Like, what do they do to hang out? Because I feel like I'm like out of the times now, so I don't know. I don't have the experience anymore. Roll20 also works. That's true, except I've tried doing Roll20 online on Discord, and half the time people are multitasking. As in, they're doing multiple things at once while waiting for their turn. And then once their turn comes up, they're so distracted by this other thing that they don't give a shit about the game anymore. And I'm like, come on, guys, gotta focus. Gotta focus. It's not fun anymore when you're like in the middle of doing something. You're watching some anime while playing Roll20. We're playing D&D and doing Roll20. Yeah, like, my bad, what happens? My turn. Exactly. And it's like, it's like a narrative moment, right? The DM has tried so hard to write a story for everyone and nobody's paying attention. Nobody's focusing. It's a little annoying. This is why all my D&D sessions have turned to shit, because like nobody's really paying attention. And I do all of them online. I'm like, I just need a group of people that will play D&D with me. That's like, we just meet up in a space and we play. Or it doesn't have to be D&D. It could be like Arkham Horror. It could be any like TTRPG. We just sit down, we play. But like, it's really hard because I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around me. And each like TTRPG session requires at least a few hours to do. I don't live close to anyone anymore, so I can't be in person anymore. Yeah, me too. I get that. I have Arkham Horror and I have a few expansions for the game too, but there's nobody around me to play with. They're just sitting here. The expansion's still wrapped up in a plastic wrapping. I haven't taken it apart. I got it for like a birthday present too. Like someone got it for me. And they're like, Ark, you would really enjoy this. I'm like, I would really enjoy this if I had people to play with. But I don't. I sometimes will be distracted for small card games like Flip 7 or Uno, but not for games that require heavy involvement like that. That's good respect. That is respect. I think too many people are so used to multitasking and like doing other things while doing other things, right? To the point where, I don't know, online TTRPG doesn't really work. You just have to find like a rare group of people who are like really into it. And be like, okay, I will sit here and I will wait patiently and I will think about what the other person's doing and not just what I will do. I don't live close to anyone. And that's the sucky part. I need me some of those. I know there's like online communities of people who are into it, but I'm like, I don't like whenever you talk to people online, like you have to give them a quick analysis, right? To be like, will I mesh well with this person? Do I like am I gonna be able to work with them? Am I gonna be able to get along with this person? Like that's what if you guys stream as well, that's like something that we all gotta do is like every time there's a collab, right before collab, it's like, come on guys, we gotta get together in a voice call and like talk to each other and make sure that we have we're all voicing our boundaries, we're all making sure that like there's things that we can or cannot say in front of each other. Like we gotta get to know each other a little bit more before we actually have a collab stream. So like stuff like that. I think that's really important, especially if you're gonna be stuck in a campaign with that person for like multiple sessions, right? At least 2 sessions where like you guys are spending multiple hours together, then you really need to get to know this person before you sit at a table with them. So there's that. Anyways, I've yapped for long enough. It's almost 12. Okay. Can you guys tell whenever like I go in one of those yap sessions and then or like a just chatting stream and like my voice just starts dying? I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to the point where my voice is like slowly dying. We love a yap. No, tomorrow's gonna be another yap session. It was supposed to be another yap session, but then I looked at my schedule. So the schedule I posted a schedule on YouTube. I want to commission Hachi again for a schedule, but I'm not sure yet. For an image schedule rather than text because it's easier to see an image, I'm assuming. Most of you guys prefer the image schedule over text anyway. So today was actually supposed to be Fairy Bell. Today was supposed to be the visual novel reading, and yesterday was supposed to be just chatting. But because today is just chatting, I can't do 2 just chatting. It's just, I'm gonna have nothing to talk about anymore. So yeah, no Arc Morning Radio. Unless you guys really want to. We can have another Yap stream. But that's like 2 Yap streams in a row, and I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I don't know what to talk about anymore, guys, because yesterday we already talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So tomorrow, I feel like it will either be, it might be art. Yeah, tomorrow will actually be a commission stream where I'm still yapping, I'm still talking, but over art, over my work. You were Collins to submit topics for the morning radio. That's actually a really good idea. Like, actually, no, actually, you guys might be onto something because I wanted to do some tier lists. I want to do some topics as well. I do have a marshmallow, right? So there's like multiple things that we could do. I could send you guys my marshmallow link and then you guys could like ask questions. I don't have anything in particular though that I could answer, but it's like ask me anything. Ask me anything and I'll answer it on stream and then there'll be like more topics to talk about. Actually, let me just bring it up. Marshmallow. You know, through my entire life I thought marshmallow was spelled with an E and not an A, but it's actually an A. It's actually an A. And so if you guys don't know what marshmallow is, it's like an anonymous, oops. Go back to my profile. What is it doing? Yeah, it's an anonymous Q&A website thing where you can ask any questions anonymously and I will answer them. Marshmallow. What is that? No, it's either an A or an E. It's not both of them. It's not both of them. I think this is it. Is it? Sender authorization notice. That's not what I want. Let me just double check. Verify you are human. Oops, they caught me. I'm a robot. What do I do? Okay, here we go. I'm a dragon. I'm not human. There it is. Yeah, maybe we can stick with just chatting tomorrow. Because I did promise you guys 2 just chatting streams a week. But this week, we only had 1, which is today. Just act like a human. What do humans do? Please teach me. There it is. So, ask me anything is there. I'll probably post it everywhere else as well. And then maybe tomorrow we can also do a tier list of something. I didn't really think about anything yet. I'll do some thinking today. You guys are free to suggest stuff too in Discord, in stream suggestions. Actually, there is something that someone posted a long time ago, and it was like, it was the R34, the Rule 34 one, where you have to guess how many submissions of Rule 34 characters are on the site. There's nothing not safe for work about that, but that's hilarious. Play it? Should I? It's called the Rule 34. What is it called? Riddle? That's dangerous. There's nothing on the screen, don't worry. You just guess numbers. You actually just guess numbers. It's peak. Can we just do catfishing instead? What is catfishing? What is what is catfishing? Because I know what catfishing is that you look like you pretend to look like something that you're not, right? That's catfishing. You have to guess the Wikipedia page based off the context tags. I would suck at that. I feel like I'm better at Rule 34 than I am at the Wikipedia stuff because I don't read Wiki. I don't go and I look at Wiki articles. But maybe. There's too many words I don't know. That's the problem. I think Wiki has a lot of big words. And if it's tagged or something, I'd be like, I have no idea that this even exists. Your faith in humanity is what's endangered during the riddle as soon as a childhood cartoon is on screen. No, I don't have faith in humanity. Lorian, I have no faith in humanity. My faith in humanity has gone out the window long ago. Long ago. Right? This is why I always tell you guys I hate people. I hate talking to people. I hate people. I hate humanity. I don't hate the individuals of humans. I don't hate individual humans, but in the whole of humanity, I've given up on you guys. Oh no. A game called Scrandle. High five, right? I have no hope. I have no hope. Everyone out there are assholes. I mean, what is Scrandle and Food Guesser? Food Guesser. You guys have so many good ideas. This might be better than Riddle, whatever it is. Test your knowledge of geography, food, and culture. The Food Guesser. Actually, this looks really fun. I love food, guys. I'm gonna get hungry midway through stream, but I can play this game. What is Scrandle? Scrandle, a thrilling daily web game of food comparisons. Okay, we could totally do food. We can do Scrandle and Food Guesser. Let me just put it up on. I'm gonna put it up on stream suggestions so I remember this for tomorrow because I know I'm gonna forget the names. And Food Guesser tomorrow. There you go. Maybe I should just put in announcements instead. Whatever. It's too late. It's hard to have hope in humanity sometimes. Yeah, it's like sometimes people just don't use their brains. Critical thinking? What's that? Not sure. Situational awareness? What's that? Not sure. But it is what it is, right? Like I think everything can be learned. It's just that people have been brought up in environments where they didn't have the opportunity to learn. Empathy is learned as well. Morals is learned. Ethics is learned. You can't actually no, you can't teach ethics. It's what it is. So, Scrandle is food served at sports stadiums. You guess which one's most likely to be brought up on price and representation. Okay, I don't go to sports stadiums, but I can do my best. Just based off like the food, and I know the price. I feel like I kind of know the pricing. I've been to concerts before at stadiums. Maybe, maybe I would know. Maybe. So no rule 34. Which I think it's gonna be interesting, but like no rule 34. Okay. Be careful around British food. What do you mean? I've been to the UK several times. I feel like I would know. I feel like I have a good idea with British food. I think. I hope. It's about food specifically, so you don't have to worry about the sports stuff. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I probably don't know. Anyways, let's go see who else is streaming. Let's go on Twitch. Let's go click the big raid channel button. Let's go click following. Oh, I haven't seen this person in a very long time. Wait. Wait, maybe I won't raid into them because they're doing collab, but I'm gonna raid into Liar. Liar is playing 100% Orange Juice. It's a really fun game. If you guys haven't played it before, it's a board game. We were just talking about board games earlier, but this is one of those board games that's really fun to play with multiple people. A lot of RNG involved. You can collect characters. I do suggest if you guys ever want a board game just to play Orange. 100% Orange Juice. Is there a sequel for this? I'm not sure. But let's go raid into them. Wait, Zach Rose in here too. Okay, we know some people in here. Okay, cool. All right, be nice to Liar. She's a funny frog. And I will see you guys tomorrow, perhaps, for another similar type stream. And if I don't, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a relaxing weekend. And maybe I'll see you guys some other time. Goodbye. 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 Bye. 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 Bye.